Hello and welcome back, everybody, once again to the Overwatch All-Stars Brawl number 2, presented by Star Esports. Going to have a continuation of our double elimination bracket tournament dedicated to our Tier 3 community here in Overwatch. Today, we will be having the teams of Class 6 and Bermuda Academy going up against one another in, I believe, match 14 of the winners bracket. For your casting entertainment is going to be me, Sir Waltham, and on the other side of the table, Chase.
Hey, I'm Sci-Fi. What's going on? It's the gonna be the winners finals here. Winner of this match goes to the grand finals, has a chance of bringing home the grand prize. Loser gets dropped to the losers finals, but still has a chance to get back to the grand finals by winning a match up against the newly crowned winner of that, which was dismissed. So we actually have already know our top 3 teams. It's just a matter of which teams have gotten an edge and which teams are going to have to play that losers finals match.
Yeah, fortunately, both these teams, Class 6 and Bermuda, going to be sitting in a comfortable position. Fortunately for them, that is, they don't have to worry about getting immediately knocked out, but they still will want to kind of maintain that top dog situation going into the finals. It's always nice to not have a loss on your belt if you're going to go into the finals.
Yep. I am trying to double check the prize pool for this one.
Well, while we diligently do our research, we can go ahead and let you guys know we're going to be starting on Temple of Anubis here to start. It looks like Class 6 going to be on the defense, Bermuda Academy on the offense. You'll see Bermuda Academy on the right in red, Class 6 in the cool blue on the left. And honestly, we know that these are some very high caliber teams here, Chase. I think anything could go.
Yep. So winner of this tournament gets $400, second place gets $120, and third gets $40. So you really want to gun for that top position. A lot of teams are playing just to scrim against other teams because really organized tournament. This is always run, but there is always that money on the line, and can be really good for maybe some starting PC upgrades. We've actually, I know of at least one of the other past tournament winners. They've pulled their money together. They've decided not to split it up, and they bought one of their players like a PC part. It's really cool and really nice of them. Like, you know, oh hey, you've carried us all the way. It's time for us to get you some new RAM, or a new processor, or a graphics card. You know, those graphics cards can take a lot of money.
Yeah, they certainly can. And you know, I think that I personally love seeing that kind of attitude come out from the teams, where it's not just so much about the money. It's about, you know, the group cohesion. It's about sticking together as a team. And while we're talking about teams, Bermuda Academy, I have not had the opportunity to cast them too much here in the OASB Overwatch All-Stars Brawl 2, but I like mentioning that they were the winners of our previous tournament. And not only that, they went through a little bit of a rebranding. They used to be redacted.
Yeah, they did. They were solid then. They're still solid now, coming out on top in a lot of matches in this tournament. I've casted them quite a bit, and they're super good. Class 6 are they're kind of a dark horse in this tournament. A lot of people didn't expect them to go as far. A lot of people have thought that some other teams would be coming into this tournament and kind of bullying them out. Phase 1 being one of them, but Class 6, they look really solid. They have a good coach line and some good management, and it'll be really cool to see what they can do against Bermuda Academy, who have been at the very, very top of the Tier 3 scene. So first map going to be Temple of Anubis. Class 6 will be defending, and Bermuda Academy going to be attacking. We're just waiting on one of the other players from Bermuda Academy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Is it Carrots?
It looks like it was going to be Brooks.
They're waiting on Brooks.
Yeah, not quite in here just yet. Might be having some connection issues, or just might not be ready to hop in the server in general. Whatever the case is, they have a little bit of time before the clock starts ticking down on them. If you were watching our last match between, I believe it was, Magnetera and Dismissed, you're definitely going to know that we were in a very long game, so a little bit delayed overall, but things going to be moving forward? It actually looks like Carrots might be coming in for Brooks. Not quite sure what the situations.
No. I'm sorry. He's not playing. It's going to be Gunther. Gunther's actually from another region.
Ah, yes.
And it will be Brooks playing in on the DPS role, but Gunther will be taking over on the main support.
Ah, okay. Fantastic to know that we will be having those swaps come in. Bermuda Academy not going to be too bothered by a little bit of gameplay forbiddenness. I'll say I don't know necessarily why Carrots is not going to be in this time around, but
he's been having internet issues. Apparently his parents wouldn't let him play. That feels bad. But yeah, he's been having connection issues for a couple days now.
Well, hopefully Carrots rejoins us in the warm embrace of Overwatch, but in the meantime, I'm ready to see these teams go toe-to-toe. We are still waiting on Bermuda Academy, and right now, it seems like their team cohesion, not great. We talk a lot about, I like to talk a lot about lobby synergy, and when we see those icons...
No. That's the opposite. See, that's the opposite of Bermuda Academy. Is they're like phase one, and then they're like a bunch of like even themselves. They're talking about like tier 3 monkey strats. Like they go crazy, and they always turn out super good. They play chaotic, but they play very controlled, and it's that control through chaos that allows them to play really well, because they're very highly individually skilled. Players. Wouldn't be surprised to see any one of them get picked onto a contender's team, especially Brooks. He is an incredible Reaper, and he does a lot of work in a lot of different maps. The Reaper is solid, and the Reaper is exactly what you need in this meta. A good in a good meta such as this. Brooks is coming back, so it looks like we will be starting up very shortly. Just making sure everyone gets acquainted with the rules, MVP votes, public profiles. Don't invite anyone to the map.
The standard
Vote for yourself during the MVP voting.
When you got a break, why not throw the votes in? We saw kind of a voting war going on a little bit earlier. We love to see it. We love to see people kind of get into the spirit of, pitching their MVPs. So definitely make sure you're keeping that up for consideration towards the end of the match. Say every vote matters. Yep.
We've talked enough about Bermuda Academy. I think Class 6 are real underdog in this tournament, but they have done pretty well for themselves, especially in the upper bracket here. Haven't dropped a single match. They have dropped a map or two, but the combination of Seasons and Nos is going to be a really big one. I actually think Nos had changed his name to, or maybe he has an alt. He's normally known as N2S, and it should be really funny that he's coming back onto the NOS name handle. Maybe it was just a Smurf that he was playing on, but they are a crazy good, a really crazy good duo. They work really well together, and that is the Orisa and Doomfist combo that we are pretty prevalent in talking about.
Oh yeah, that halt when the Orisa uses it with the rest of the cooldowns of her teammates, it can be absolutely brutal. But as we look forward towards the defense from Class 6, it looks like they're going to be running a little bit of the standard here.
Yeah, got a lot of trolls in the chat, guys. You can't be talking too much in the chat. Okay, they realize that. They're like reading my mind. They're like, careful, guys. Don't. Bermuda Academy, they love talking to the other players on their other team. They're a very enthusiastic bunch of individuals, which is probably why they got picked up by Bermuda. Yeah. Really talented bunch of people. Very easy to work with. They're very cool players talking about. We'll be leading both on both maps with very similar compositions, but with the difference, Dembeck will be playing Reinhardt. And we'd love to see him playing on that Reinhardt.
I like it, Dembeck. Let's see what we got going on here. As we're going to see the rotation come through.
Like, dude, I hate Orisa so much, I'm not even going to play her. But yeah, they play really well here. They play very aggressive, so expect that charge coming in. Yep.
Yeah, already going
aggro.
Going in, waiting for that Sigma grasp to kind of dissipate before going for that fire strike. Some some wise use of the cooldowns. However, Days are going to be taking absolute advantage of that big, meaty German man, just chunking them down along with the rest of the attacking team. Class 6 looking good so far.
Yeah, they're looking really good, and Ultimates aside, besides the coalescences from both Moiras being even, Nos has gotten an incredible lead over Max Dementio and his Doomfist Meteor Strike there. Dembeck gonna stay on the Reinhardt. They're gonna charge up. Nope, they're gonna rotate around the left-hand side. Lucio Gunther actually left out in the open, but Dembeck's gonna come back to retrieve him. They will rotate again around this side.
And Nos gets
charge.
Nos gets quite a bit of harassment. Dembeck getting knocked onto the low ground. Looks like he might... No, not going to make the rotation for the point. Instead, going to try to contest this high ground. However, it's a little too late for Bermuda as they're going to get cleaned up by Class 6. Continues to look good here.
Yeah, I think Bermuda Academy are just having a little too much fun. At some point, you got to stop playing with your food. Because Class 6 are actually a team that you need to be serious about. They've been trained pretty handily in scrims. I recognize a lot of them from past matches, and yeah, they're a very solid team. They should not be trifled with. Demba gonna come back with that Earth Shatter here. Could be quite potent for them. Another charge.
Another charge that does not net quite anything. Days are popping that Death Blossom. Gonna be taking the early few kills, but the kills kind of equalize a little bit. That is until Dazer takes down Brooks, and now things are looking, again, favorable for the defense. It does not look great for this offense. The support's just
all right, time to stop trolling. It's been a little crazy on the side of Bermuda Academy. They're going to step it up for this next push. There's only a minute and a half left. I don't think those charges are working out so well. They're leaving Kuya a little bit too exposed, and Kuya hasn't been able to acquire a lot of ult charge on that Gravitic Flux, to be honest. They haven't been able to draw those fights out. But another charge coming through from Dembeck. He just won't stop.
And Dazer teleporting high up behind the behind the attacking team. Going to be trying to get into the meaty flank of this team. And Dembeck finally able to get onto point, but with that going to be taken down by the Death Blossom, as will two of his team members. Dazer doing an excellent job with that Reaper ultimate. Moira going to be cleaning up with the rest with her ultimate.
Hosing him down. Another 3k for Moser. Dembeck going to be finally swapping to the Orisa. I think he's given up. They're going to go for a little more, for a little less style points. Going to stick on Old and Faithful, but they won't have any ultimates to contest for this next fight. Whereas Nos has the Meteor Strike to maybe go for some Halt Meteor Strike combos, potentially.
And something needs to happen here for Bermuda. They have 20 seconds to get onto point, and within that, they have to hope they can make some massive picks or some massive advantage to even get victory here. But no kills going through either side yet. And at some point, somebody's gonna have to rotate. Brooks taking down Dazer might be the numbers advantage that this attacking team needs.
Oh, they
and
do
there
touch.
you go, Max Dementio taking down Inferno. This is good. This is very good for the attacking team, at least in terms of getting this first point. And it looks like as soon as Moser falls, it's going to be it for the defense. And now we're gonna see Bermuda Academy finally take this first point.
Yeah, they have a lot of ults to supplement this attack too. Almost 5 ultimates in tow for them. Dembeck and Gunther gonna come up on their own ultimates pretty shortly. Gonna rotate quickly onto the point. I think if they take this fight with a very quick style, just rotate around the left-hand side, don't get poked out too much, should be really good for them. Seasons with the supercharger though. Oh my god!
And some big kills coming through from Brooks. That is the momentum you wanted to have going into this team fight. And with that,
Infernal's just stuck.
Yeah,
Infernal's just stuck on the outside. He can't even move.
Trying to do something, but it's not going to be enough despite that grab. Flux ends a blazing second point capture for Bermuda.
Yeah, you can see the exact moment where they actually started trying in this match. They're like, yeah, guys, let's swap the Reinhardt. And everyone's like, yeah, all right. And they just started winning from that point on. 2.5 minutes on the clock for them and their attack. But now we'll see what Class 6 can do on the attack. And it'll be a bit interesting to see what happens, even with the defensive swap-ups coming up from Bermuda Academy's team. Will we be seeing something different, like a Junkrat, or maybe a Pharah, or a Widow? We know that Brooks is pretty flexible.
I certainly hope that we're going to see that Junkrat come out. I believe Bermuda, not one of those teams to shy away from something like that just because it's a little non-meta, although only time will tell. 1 second exactly as the team composition is now going to come online. I'm not getting baited this time. I'm waiting to see the Junkrat get more than 20 steps.
No, it's
from the spawn.
real. They're real. They don't mess around. They like playing fun stuff. We love to see what Bermuda Academy can pull out. They honestly, they don't care about the meta. They'll play whatever they find fun, and they will win with it if they have to. If they really want to try, they like press their win button, and they do that. We'll be picking this kind of stall comp. It's very, it has a lot of shield pressure, but it doesn't have a lot of like kill pressure, so to speak. Like a Doomfist, you're scared of a Doomfist because he can kill you in like a second. The whole thing about Junkrat and Mei is that they take a little bit of time to kill you while they do their thing. So a lot of lobs, a lot of walls being used. They're going to use their displacement abilities and traps to try and ensnare the tanks of Class 6 here. Class 6 going with something very similar we've seen from the past match.
Ooh, and a big section off by the Mei wall from Max Dementio, however, not going to impact the attackers coming forward so much. Going to be seeing a bit of ult charge coming through from Mauser. With
Brooks
that
already has 51% on his ult. And while they're spamming those nades in, lobbing them in, Infernal gaining a lot of ult charge due to his...
And Dazer gets trapped because of that trap. Max Dementio able to get the cleat up. Easy peasy, no real problem there. And now both teams seeming to run that Mei. Interesting choices coming through, but the Immort field from Drake will get quickly canceled by...
They're going for Nos. Nos frozen. Nos picked off.
Yeah, you can't let yourself get frozen by that Mei. You're going to be in a bad spot. Not one that anybody else wants to be in. And now it looks like the remaining members of Class 6 are just trying to get out. They're having a little bit of a tougher time.
Yep. Infernal trying to get out, gets stuck. A wall behind him. Dembek gonna finish him off. Really big pick for him. They have the tire coming into the next fight for some extra zoning. Even if Class 6 kind of get out of the way and they try and hide or try and take down the tire, it's still gonna stall for a very large amount of time. So it's often really good just to see it just coming out to start out the fight. Drake also has the amplification matrix, which can also win the fight on its own. There's the tire.
The tire going to be coming out. We'll see if it nets anything. No, it goes for the Mei. Nos, however, having that Mei icicle up online immediately. Some nice high ground positioning coming here from Gunther, but it's not going to be enough. As the kills are coming through, the pressure onto this Ana looks to be one of the last members they will kill aside from Dembek's Orisa, but you can never count this team out. If they have any members left on the point, they will try to stall. And now it looks like it's finally going to go the way of Class 6.
Yeah, it's 1v3. It's out. They do, however, have the Blizzard coming up for the next fight, and they have the Supercharger from Dembek, so they have some tools to work with to stall this out. But almost 5 minutes on the clock for Class 6. They're taking this second point very seriously and definitely coming into it with a couple ultimates of their own.
And they're going to get
the Flux.
The Halt combo into the Flux. No Lucio to really mitigate that, and the Mei Blizzard going to be coming out. This defending team looking to get pretty aggressive with this Blizzard. However, the kills go back and forth, but Bermuda Academy in the end claims victory. And they're going to hold.
Yeah. It was a good thing that the Gravitic Flux didn't do too much. They were able to wall off the majority of the damage for it, and then use the Blizzard to zone them out. You got to be really careful about the Gravitic Flux, especially when you don't have the Lucio. Gunther actually going to be swapping onto the Lucio as I speak here. And we will be seeing something way more standard on Bermuda Academy side with that Reaper Doomfist combo. Reaper going in really, really aggressive, but able to shift out.
And pretty moderate detection from Nos there, able to see that grab coming. Puts that wall up, preventing a lot of abilities from coming through. And the Battle Bomb are going to be dropped by Orisa. A lot of ults coming in. Now Nos going to be dropping their turn on the Blizzard. The kills seem to be coming through because of it. And with the attack now looking a lot more stabilized, Gunther trying to stall out until some more members can get onto the point. And it's going to be Brooks on that Reaper trying to make their way onto the point. But it looks like...
Heroes.
Yeah, Stall Heroes are going to be coming out. that Hammond now coming out as when you talk stall heroes, you have to talk about the Wrecking Ball himself. However, not going to be long for this world as we see that May freeze him, Reaper lock him down. The second tick has been achieved for Class6, and the kills need to come through for Bermuda if they want to make something happen. But with the Death Blossom, it doesn't look like that's even an option. Dazer just cleaning up anybody who might even be on point. And it is looking so slim for the side of Bermuda Academy. They're just trying to shave off as much time as possible. Dembeck falling is going to ring the end of that, as the time bank's looking almost even.
Yeah, 232 to 231 there on the clocks. Class6 going to be given a 1 second edge, unbelievably, which means that Bermuda Academy will be the first one to attack here for this next point. Very close match, very close match. But I definitely can tell that Bermuda Academy is just, they're laughing. They don't have really a care in the world here. They want to play what they want to play. And when it's time to get serious, I think they're going to start. I just don't know if the time is now.
Ready for battle.
It still might be troll time.
Right. And, you can look at it a little bit objectively. You can say like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
The times are pretty even, but
Yeah.
really, how much of that was because, Class6 had a superior defense, and more so, Dembeck tried to run Reinhardt for the
That's
first
true.
3 minutes. Like, a part of it is just that it's...
Yeah.
Bermuda
I really like the Reinhardt, and I respect
agree.
it, and
I
I
agree.
love Bermuda Academy for it. Is it the right play? No. Is it the fun play? Yes. And I love Bermuda Academy for it. I think it makes them the fan favorites, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that it can leave them with a bit of a disadvantage sometimes. Don't know if they'll be swapping to it. No, they will be playing the Orisa Rhine tank combo. Similar comps besides that.
Yeah, not
much being done.
Yeah, that's the rotations coming in once again. We're going to be seeing the Moira now.
I can't wait for this charge. Come on, Dembeck. Go for this charge to get one more time.
Dembeck and aggressive pins name a more iconic duo. And
Oh,
it
is
looks
that?
like it didn't actually go for the pin. Not the iconic
He
duo we
didn't do
thought.
it.
It looks like he's just trying to right now maintain that shielding. He goes for the pin. He doesn't quite land it. He gets knocked off of the bridge. And because of that, as we see almost every time that Reaper, Days are going to be feasting, Inferno getting the clean up. And it's looking like this ain't going to be it for Bermuda.
Yeah, unlucky.
Class6 going to say, try again, fam. Come back when you're a little more serious.
Interesting. Dembeck still on the Reinhardt. It's fine. Minute and a half left. It means they have at least 2 more pushes left. Possibly 3 on the board. Gonna be rotating a little separately. Now they're going in as a team. Reaper on the high ground already.
The coalescence to initiate. It's going to be Dembeck just swinging onto that Sigma. That's really where you start to see that Reinhardt be so powerful. But he gets knocked out. He's getting blasted by that coalescence. So much pressure coming in. Brooks taking down Infernal was kind of what needed to happen. They're not going to quite work, though. Kills now starting to come through from Class6. This is good. They needed to kind of regain their composure here a little bit despite taking a loss or two. And, now Bermuda might be seeking to make it, a little bit more standard. Or Dembeck might stay on the Reinhardt.
Yep. I think he's going to stay on the Reinhardt because he has his ult coming up. It might be good. Smile. 30 seconds left. They have a last push to go through, so they still have some time. They have the Meteor Strike with the halt from Kuya, which could be good. But Class6 have 4 ultimates in tow. A lot of ultimates to work with here on this defense. Means Bermuda Academy are going to have to cover a lot of ground here.
Yeah, speaking of those ultimates, we're going to be seeing the grab flux and the bongos come out, followed by the sound barrier. Reaper taking down Kuya might be the opening that the defense needs here just to get ahead, but Renas going down. That is a lot of punch.
Earthshatter, watch for it.
Earthshatter going to be coming out. Doesn't seem to be that effective. Dembeck, in fact, getting taken down during it. The Coalescence coming out. We'll see if it is the game-changing fight as it takes down Max Demencio. The Reaper Death Blossom going to be returning. The fight is looking slim, but that is good for the attacking team here. You're going to want to see that if you're on the side of Bermuda. Brooks continuing to get the kills. Infernal dropping.
And he's going to keep getting them.
As more defensive members fall, this is not looking great for the side of Class6. And with the Reinhardt, Bermuda's going to take it.
Brooks is just styling on him here. We've been talking about his being one of the best in Tier 3. Honestly, it might be one of the best in Tier 2 as well. He is an incredible Reaper player, and that clutch play was exactly what Bermuda Academy needed to secure that next point. They don't have a lot to work with, but Class 6 have even less to work with on this point. Bermuda Academy actually looking like they might get this next cap.
They are certainly going to be pushing for it as that Coalescence comes out, and Nos takes an early dive. That is not the best spot to be in. So does Dazer. There is no DPS on the field for the defense. And with that, Infernal able to claim back Kuya, but it might not be enough. The stall trying to come out. The sound barrier coming out for both teams, 3 and 4 going to be barriered, and Class 6 holding on by the skin of their teeth right now. Brooks taking down the Orisa. It's just not looking good. The Reinhardt getting the pin does not
Reinhardt.
And he kills Dembeck, going to be get cleaned up by Dazer's Death Blossom. Another Coalescence coming through from the side of Bermuda. That Moira building ult so fast, and it has still just been time after time. The side of the Class 6 trying to get any stall. Nos taking out Gunther might exactly be the turning point here if they can get a few more kills to go up with that, and they really need to make it work. The Reinhardt coming in Infernal, not going to be landing on it quite yet, like not quite landing the pin, that is. And the Reinhardt going to be having that Earthshatter, but they fall right as they get it. The defensive team trying so hard to hold on to it. It just does not look like it's going to go in their way. And Bermuda Academy, and we talked about their chaos, and this is exactly how they love to play.
Oh my God! It is a circus in the stream here as Bermuda Academy go crazy. They end up capping 4 points in overtime. Really big plays coming from them. Yeah, I was talking about controlled chaos, and they play that perfectly. They, even if one of their star players like Brooks gets picked off in the middle of a fight, they still coordinate with each other. They're still able to pull off these wins, even when they shouldn't be. Even when realistically it should be the end of a push, they still pull them off, and they're able to cap. Now it's going to be really difficult for Class 6 to come back from that, especially when Bermuda Academy weren't supposed to cap that 4th point in the first place. That wasn't their place to do so. They barely took the 3rd point in overtime, so gonna need to see what Class 6 can do to pull off this kind of mental reverse sweep, so to speak. They don't have a lot of time to cap 2 points as well. They only have 2.5 minutes, so they're gonna have to be really resourceful with all the ults coming out. And we see these compositional switch ups. It will be Max on the Mei and Brooks on the Junkrat, like we saw earlier.
Right, a little bit more of the standard, at least the standard Bermuda defense. It's hard to say standard and Bermuda a lot of times in the same sentence, but they're going to be going for it.
Oh yeah, it will be incredibly difficult to get past this Mei and Junkrat line. The Mei wall of their own will provide a lot of cover, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Move down.
Yeah, and Class 6 taking this right-hand side, going right through the middle, and already a lot of healing done through by Moser. You gotta think that Moir's gonna have that Coalescence up, and that, you know, we talk about the fight wins might be crucial there. The halts coming in from Sezins have not quite been comboed with. We saw another one just kind of land on 5 members without really any follow-through, but the Coalescence now gonna be coming in, the halt pulling them into the big Coalescence, and there we go. Now we're seeing the kills come through for the side of Class 6.
Oh wait, Bermuda.
As I say that, Brooks going for a big swing back, getting the 4.
Brooks with the 4K. It's actually a 3v2 in favor of Bermuda Academy.
That is
they're gonna hold.
Massive. Yeah, the support's looking to just try to get out of the situation from Class 6. That's got to be so disheartening.
A minute and a half, and they're letting them get back. The Orisa and Sigma are coming back to stage. Brooks gets a kill on Dazer. It's gonna force them back again. They can't push into this, or Brooks is just gonna farm them. They will back off just for a little bit to wait for their Reaper. Oh my God. Brooks is literally just pulling this out of his rear end here. He's just like pulling rabbits out of a hat. He's doing magic work with this carry pants. Oh no, he goes down.
Yeah,
I've said too much.
Brooks getting brought down, no shield to hide behind as Dembeck gets stunned for a brief moment. However, Sezin's going to be taken down in kind.
Yeah, Season's going down is huge. That's their Orisa shield.
And right now it's looking a little bit scattered, but as we know, this might not be the most uncomfortable position for Bermuda to be in right now. Things get a little bit more organized. Drake taking down Infernal with that Coalescence. 30 seconds left on the clock for
Oh
Class
my
6. They
God.
need to make something happen.
Yeah, last fight now. Pressure is on for Class 6. They have a couple of ultimates to work with. The Blizzard could be the big one. Max has swapped to the Doomfist as he died during that engagement, able to move back. Brooks there has the tire. Use that tire proactively. Prevent them from touching.
We're going to see the tire
come. A lot of point.
Yeah, they're waiting it out. They're waiting out. The Death Blossom goes for the May. Looks like it ends up netting Moser on that
Blizzard, though.
Moira. And yeah, Blizzard is big. Is it going to be enough? Nos taking down 2 with some icicles to the foreheads. And Brooks getting taken down might honestly be the most secure you felt in this fight for a while. And with the cleanup coming through, it's going to be Class 6 finally getting a stranglehold on this first point.
Yeah, they'll have 30 seconds to attack this 4th point. Only 30 seconds, just one fight. They don't have a lot to work with. They have the Death Blossom. That's about it. Max, the only one with the Meteor Strike on the ultimates for Bermuda Academy. Need to see what he can do with that. I think the Death Blossom could be a little more impactful, but they need to make sure that he doesn't get CC'd. Brooks is swapped to his Reaper. He goes down in the initial engagement.
Yeah, a big pulls coming through here. This is what Class 6 needed, but they needed to not lose members early on. You can't have that knowing how these maps go. It's just going to be the Sigma on point. And with that, we're going to see Class 6 start to tick up some progress. They get the first tick. That is great, but we hear the nano boost go on to Brooks' Reaper. This might be a very lethal combination, but Brooks just getting booped back by the Lucio, trying to be kept at arm's length. And now we're seeing Bermuda Academy once again get into this very brawly situation, but Max Dimentio not able to hold on for too long. Both DPS get taken out once again, and now the sound barrier coming out for Class 6 is going to help secure their point just a little bit. Dembeck on that Wrecking Ball. Drake getting cleaned up. The gong is going to ring. We have the team wipe, and with that, both teams going to get another minute on the clock. We're going for third round each.
We are going to extra rounds. 1 minute left on the clock for both teams. Looking like a really crazy match here. And this is just map 1, ladies and gentlemen. This is just map 1. There's Spore in store as well. We got 2, possibly 4 more maps ahead of us. And it's looking pretty spicy already, Mr. Waltham.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree. Neither team looking to want to take that knee early on, even though, as we've said, already is decided that these teams will at least be in the top 3, and both teams will still be in contest for the victory in this tournament. Neither one really wanted to take that early loss, so, you know, I can't really blame them. But a minute, it's going to be interesting. I don't know if Bermuda's going to try to run the Reinhardt. It doesn't look like they will.
No, I don't think they will. They're going to start tryharding this. Maybe not. It's hard to say with them because they're a very cool team. They play really well under pressure, and they like to let off a lot of steam by playing unconventional heroes. I definitely agree to it. I definitely think it's the right play. They are very good with what they do. It's just a matter of you actually want to play what's good, or do you want to play what you're good at? Do you want to play what you like to play? Sometimes it is a matter of what you like to play. Mirror comps on both sides.
We'll have to see if Bermuda Academy get the victory for swapping out their enjoyment. Nos taking down Drake early. Class 6 going to be feeling pretty good about that. That's going to be more time bought off the clock from Bermuda Academy. And
Nas's Doomfist and his May has been incredible this entire match. The Blizzard actually on this 3rd point saved them completely. We didn't talk about it too much because they had capped the 4th point as well, but that Blizzard, their Moira had gone down. Moser had gone down, so it was really big that they managed to get that Blizzard off and take everyone down with that.
Crucial, and Dembeck going to be taken down early. So does Max Dimentio, and the kills are leveling out a little bit, but it seems to be going in favor of the defense. Class 6 really putting the screws to the side of Bermuda. It looks like Gunther's going to barely be able to touch on that Lucio. Gets cleaned up, though. Overtime's going to tick down, and I don't anticipate there's going to be a touch coming through from Bermuda.
Nope. They will be locked at 4. Potential draw, but now Class 6 will have to see what they can do with 1 minute on the clock for that attack. God, what what a crazy match. We're coming down to like 1 minute overtimes.
Yeah, these matches are taking my breath away in some of the most literal fashions. My throat already starting to hurt from the excitement I've been experiencing
Oh, come on, man.
in these maps. And, you know, we have another minute. Class 6 seems to be one of those teams that takes a little bit to kind of get locked in, but once they do, they have a lot of snowball here. Snowball not really going to matter. All they need to get is just that one tick, but that's one team fight win.
Yeah, I definitely think the May's the right play here. Especially if they want to go for something like a wall play. They have a couple chances. They even if they don't get the right wall, they can back off, go for another one. It's all okay. But they need to make sure that this one fight is the one that wins them the point, right? So May would be a really good pick. Dazer kept on the Reaper would also be good. You keep that whoever player is frozen, make sure that they are right next to the Reaper. Pop goes the Weasel, and that's the end of that point. So, but yeah, Season's playing super well there on that Orisa, able to hold that off. You saw those two crucial kills on that defense. He is just he's just incredible on that Orisa. He's able to get that maximum damage possible, and really take people out with his halt. The coordination between Seasons and Nos just can't be overstated here. Gonna be rotating all the way through main. They're gonna be a little careful here because their wall was a bit flubbed, playing around this corridor.
Right, and Gunther almost getting brought down on that
Infernal.
Lucio off the bridge. Dazer taking an early kill onto the Lucio.
That's
but
fine.
It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade so far. Neither team looking too bad, but
Oh, that's not fine.
Brooks already has that tire, so even if there is a second fight, it's gonna be tough for Class 6 to do it.
Looks like we're coming up to a draw here. Brooks with another pickoff. Max with yet another. 15 seconds left. I think yeah, Season's gonna have to swap to the ball. Dazer's gonna switch to Tracer. They're gonna have to try and touch with the Lucio around this side. No, the ball will try. We'll get knocked up though.
Ball barely makes it in time. The Junkrat tire coming out, gonna be landing onto Moser. Kills coming through for the defense now, but it's equalizing just a little bit on the side of Class 6. But with all their members falling, it does not seem like it is gonna quite be enough. Drake coalescing Dazer into the afterlife just to ensure this fight, and it's gonna be a draw. We're in for a long one, folks.
Oh, all of that to a draw. Unfortunate, but just goes to show that both these teams are so evenly matched. Isn't always like we start the match off, what is it, 42 minutes in, and it's still 0-0, so...
Yeah, this one might be one for the books.
Yeah, it definitely already is. Days are doing a lot of work there. And Moser with the hosing down on that Coalescence. 84% kill participation from Moser, the Class 6 support.
Yeah.
Kabimus, really good too. 48 kill percentage.
And Dembeck using the phrase draw Nubis to describe exactly what's gonna be popping off here in this last match. But 21 minutes of game time for a draw. This is gonna be one of those stamina battles, I anticipate, Chase.
Yeah, it definitely will. I think both these teams have the stamina. It's just a matter of what are Bermuda Academy thinking of playing. I think that's going to determine the outcome of the series. I honestly think they could have gotten a lot more. I think Bermuda Academy had that in the books that they had played the Rhine, but I respect them for playing the Rhine. I love the Rhine. I just think it probably would have given them a little more time to cap, especially they had gotten the supercharger a little earlier.
Well, might have been the case, but hindsight is always the best vision. However, while we have a moment, would like to give a thank you to BAME1 for the gifted sub in Twitch chat. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, BAME!
And as a reminder, if you like, you can always throw us those social media endorsements. We like them any way you're willing to give them to us, whether it's following us on the Discord, whether it's following us on Twitter, retweeting, just watching the games, chatting in Twitch chat, whatever you like to do. We like hearing you guys, so be sure and hop into those chats, hop into all those social medias that I'm so unoptimized at using, and, you know, show us some love, show the players some love, show the team some love.
Yeah,
love having you guys.
I see some familiar faces in chat. Just want to clarify, we did start a little bit early. a little bit late because the last match actually ran until like 10 minutes before the show normally started here. So the team also took a little bit of time in getting into the lobby, so is starting a little late, but got some big matches. This winners final is going to be huge for both these teams here, and this is definitely a match to wait for and a match to watch out for.
Indeed, it will be, and we finally have word from Bermuda, I believe, to be selecting the next
Holly.
map. It is going to be Hollywood. So another, or not another, but a hybrid map. Our first of this match so far.
Yep. We saw Hollywood in the last series. It went fairly well, but did go the way of Dismissed in that last map in the series. Was pretty good for them. They were way more, or a bit more coordinated with the halt and punch combos. Bermuda Academy, it seems like they can just do whatever they want, and they're pretty good at it. So, would put that past them. We will be seeing more of that Doomfist Reaper combo, but I wouldn't be surprised. We saw a little bit more of the Bastion Baptiste bunker. Really potent map type, just like I was talking about in the last series. There's not a lot of ways of getting around the Bastion Baptiste. And the thing about that combo is that if you deal a bunch of damage to Bastion, but you don't exactly kill him while the shields are down, it gives the Baptiste a lot of time to farm his ultimate.
Yep.
And then you get the amplification matrix, and all of a sudden your Bastion, the enemy team Bastion has 900 damage per second, and your whole team is gone in like 0.4 seconds. So should be really fun.
Yeah, we'll hopefully get to see some cafe bunker style gameplay, but it hasn't quite happened to a high degree yet. We saw a little bit last time around, if my memory serves. My memory is garbage, Chase. So I don't know if your memory is a little bit better.
Sorry?
About seeing the Bastion bunker last go between.
Oh no, we didn't. We didn't, sadly. We just saw a lot of the Doomfist Reaper.
Oh, yep. That's right. But hopefully that gives Class6 and Bermuda a chance to switch it up on us a little bit. I like seeing new stuff. I like being entertained by all the new compositions we can see. It looks like we are just waiting on the teams to get ready, so we will have them up and in the action here in just a moment. And we talked about the bunker. Let's get away from that first point here, Chase. What do you anticipate for those second points? Do you think we're gonna switch on to something that's competent at long range, or do you think it's gonna be sticking towards that Reaper Doomfist?
We're going to be sticking on that Reaper Doomfist. Both these teams are really, really good with it. I'd say the stars of their teams are for sure Nos and Brooks. Both are incredible DPS players. Both these main tanks are really good too, so you really can't count anyone out. Dembek is a really aggressive Orisa, but also likes to play a ton of Rhine and can swap to that Sigma. It's so cool how the tanks can swap up, and while Dembek plays the Reinhardt, someone else can pick up the Orisa and just do fine, and they can still play fairly aggressive. It catches a lot of people off guard. Unfortunately, it didn't catch Class6 off guard, so starting Hollywood very shortly. It's like Bermuda Academy are ready. We're waiting for Class6, and they are ready as well. So let's begin. Map number 2, we are 0-0 in this series at the Overwatch All-Star Brawl 2, with Bermuda Academy up against Class6.
Yes, for those who may not have been here for the entire duration of this cast, we will be seeing, I believe it's going to be Class6 on the left in blue with Bermuda in red. So definitely going to be liking them apples as we get moving forward. A little bit of a joking around in the chat about.
There always is in Bermuda Academy. There always is. There's a lot of fun on that team, and you can tell that it spreads. We're gonna make sure that gets figured out. Karis was invited to spec, but gotta make sure that you don't invite people to lobbies while the game is going on. So
yeah, carrots removed just as fast until we can get them in the game at perhaps the pause or at the break. So we will be seeing carrots maybe in a little bit, who knows. But that being said, I think we're about ready to have this map unpaused, and then we'll have about 6.3 seconds until we see the team comps, I'm guessing.
Yep, should be a couple seconds here. They're just apologizing in chat, guys. Yeah, make sure that you don't invite your spectators when the map has already started, because we don't want to restart everything. Will be a couple seconds until we start seeing comps, or at least real comps. It will be the tried and true Reaper Doomfist combo with the Orisa and Sigma, and the Moira Lucio port combo. Just the best things that are in the meta at the moment. It's that Spartan comp that I keep talking to you about with all these shields, and then they have the spear that is their Reaper and Doomfist that just tries to pierce the Moira or whatever they can and one-shot the enemy team from behind barriers. Balanced.
Balanced as everything should be. And speaking of balance, oh nope, I take that back. Dembeck once again on this Reinhardt, ready to swing the hammer. And
hey, hell yeah, let's go.
Not looking to take that easy or meta
It's
fight.
like a rotation from them. They're rotating around the side. They're actually going to move towards the point, but they're facing Dazer head on.
Yeah, and then charge from Dembeck, not going to be landing too much. Will get punished absolutely because of it. And with that, the hold coming through from Class6 seems to maintain a couple kills going on to their end. Nas and Season's going to have to take the walk back, but I don't know if they'll mind that much since they did defend against Bermuda Academy.
Yep, Dazer really cleaning up a lot, but pretty even on both sides, all things considered. Ultimate charge on Moira seems fairly even. Rotating around the outside bend towards the main health pack, possibly. Waiting for the Doomfist. Maybe just going for a flank here. These pincer attacks are really potent.
They are seeming to be, and Dembeck gets stunned again by the rock. Dembeck looking always just a little bit too aggressive. As soon as they drop that shield, it looks like Infernal has their number. Coalescence coming out from Drakes, and the kills have started to equalize just a little bit. A little bit of an optimistic accretion coming from Infernal, not going to be netting anything. And with Brooks going down, there's still some point presence by this attacking team, and enough for the Reinhardt to get back on the point.
Wait.
It's looking like things might turn around. Dazer taking down Kuya. It is back and forth right now. The Death Blossom coming out. However, Dembeck has that big old shield that's not going to allow much damage to pierce through. Meteor Strike coming through right onto Dazer. Dazer getting taken down. That Reaper out of the action for now. If nothing else, there's been a little bit of stall coming out here from Class 6 it is. Dembeck getting dropped. Max Dimencio going to be dropped. And right now, it just continues to be a massive fight. Brooks, however, getting the quad kill with that Death Blossom is exactly what was needed. And that is going to tip the fight in favor of Bermuda Academy. It's going to spill the whole picture, in fact.
Oh my god, I'm so sloppy coming from Bermuda Academy, but they're able to scrape their way through victory. Brilliant Death Blossom coming through from Brooks. Drake actually going to be swapping. They will be playing the Bastion Baptiste that I was talking to you about, but it will be on attack. And I love to see this. You love to see these new strats as they're coming up. Max going to be straight on the point. They're aggressing. They're already on him.
Yeah, the Class 6 going to be responding with a sound barrier, and just Infernal getting up into the face of this Bastion, having that shift ability to really kind of mitigate all of that damage, and in fact turn it into a resource. And they're going to be getting aggressive onto the side of Bermuda, who
That was
not switched.
That was some really good play coming in from Class 6. They were doesn't look like they're switching. They might be taking their time debating things out. No, they won't be switching. Just some really aggressive plays. They immediately saw the Bastion that's just totally aggressed on him. It was perfect play coming from Class 6. Already taking out the Bastion again.
Yeah, it's really based on Infernal's high ground positioning here, having that rock, throwing it, stunning the Bastion, and the kills going a little bit more back and forth. The Meteor Strike not going to be netting too much damage or kills. Brooks getting brought dangerously low, however, not going to be too bothered as the Wraith forms back to the cart. And now the Sig, Grab Flux going to be coming in, it destroys the Immort field, but not going to be netting any kills. The Rock primary fire combo from Infernal will be taking down Gunther, however. And with that, the tank's taking presence on point for the attacking team. And now we're seeing things look a little bit more favorable for Bermuda as they continue to push the cart forward. It does not seem like Class 6 wants to relent in its entirety, though, as the Coalescence is going to be coming out from Moser. The Death Blossom from above Dazer taking out the double, however. And Brooks in the backline not quite finding much as their entire team gets cleaned up on the front, with the exception of Max Dimencio and Dembeck. Max Dimencio getting their kills in, but it will still be the defense holding strong.
Yeah, it will, and they'll hold on to a bunch of ultimates as well. They have the sound barrier for an aggressive engage, and they have the strike for some kind of halt and strike combo. That sort of Space Jam combo we have coming in. Bermuda Academy just playing this overall, just very aggressive, playing very in your face. Even if they're down a player, they often play like they're up, and it's nice to see, but it's also leading, you know, Class6 to these ultimate advantages.
Yeah, Class6 going to be using the sound barrier. The meteor strike coming in. Shatter gets cleaned up, I think, right before it hits, or otherwise not getting too much value out of it. Meteor strike coming out from Max Dimencio, not going to be hitting anybody. Max Dimencio getting locked down by that halt. Season's going to be taking them now. Kuya taking a beating from the ground as Sigma forces them to shatter their kneecaps through their chest, and with that, continued defense.
Shatter their kneecaps through their chest. Dude, that is so brutal. I was like, wait, what did you just say? They're still being aggressive here, trying to get to the high ground.
Yeah, it's...
Brooks is like being super aggro with this high ground, making sure that he has it. But
Yeah,
Max goes down already.
Kuya dropping that bongo and the coalescence and the sound barrier coming out from the attacking team. The Reaper Death Blossom going to be popping out from Dazer, not finding anything, and Brooks getting the double, showing him how it's done in this situation. Kevin is going to be taking down Brooks in a brief moment of a weakness from the Reaper, but the attacking team of Bermuda are going to look like they're going to get the upper hand and get the cut in a second if there's no stall.
They're scraping these fights. Kabimas trying to stall, but he's going to be taken down. Can Seasons touch? They can with the Doomfist. This can be kind of good because they have spawn advantage.
It really can. If they can get the hold here, it might work for them. And with
Kuya goes down.
With Kuya drop, that is looking even better. The Meteor Strike onto Drake doesn't quite find as much value as you would like. Drake able to get that health back in quick order, and the kills continue to come through for Bermuda rather onto Class6. They're to get second point with it.
Yeah, big. Well, wasn't so big, but in retrospect, Dembeck did really well with that Earth Shatter, able to take down Nos, who was basically their star player. Bit of a spawn camp from Seasons, gonna be killed out of there, have to reset for the next fight. Brooks already getting aggressive and taking down Nos, and Drake with the preemptive coalescence here. They're just being super aggro here.
Yeah, a big charge coming through from Dembeck, and charge in terms of distance going down the lane. Not going to be punished for it as much as you might expect a charging Reinhardt 20 feet ahead of his team to be. But that being said, it's all going to be cart progress for him. So
this is very Chad for them. Yeah, they're playing. Yeah. They're throwing away these ults because they're using as ult progress. Grab it. There we go.
And now we're seeing the sound barrier come out, this time from Cabimus to bolster Class6's defense. Dazer getting the 3K in this fight is exactly what was needed. And Brooks trying to claim it back, trying to at least get some kills, some ult charge, but it's not going to be enough to win the round for them quite yet.
He'll have the Death Blossom for the next engagement, and Gunther's going to be able to have that beat aggressively, but not too much else. On the other hand, you have the Supercharger and the Death Blossom for the side of Class6, and they have a pretty good position here, especially as like a second bunker comp. Brooks on the other side actually taken out as soon as he's teleported.
Yeah, Max Dimencio getting knocked away from the battle. The Death Blossom coming through from Dazer, not going to be netting a whole lot. The Halt Punch combo coming through from the defense doesn't result in any kills. This defensive team, or this attacking team, is being so resilient to these plays right now. The Coalescence is only going to increase that capability. The Earth Shatter coming down, landing onto two. Brooks cleaning up with that Death Blossom. Drake with the Coalescence, just rinsing the opposing team. And it's going to be Cabimus trying to live, not going to be finding the ability to do so. It's going to be the cart getting to the final point for Bermuda.
Great DPI from Kuya and getting those shots off. Brilliant accuracy towards the end of the fight. That Supercharger did do a lot, though, and they are able to cap 3 points in overtime. Like I said, they're the kings of clutch. They know absolutely what to do when it comes to the ends of these fights. They might not always be taking everything 100% for serious. They definitely have a lot of fun when it comes to these games. But you can't say that they aren't trying in some of these fights. That definitely seemed like a sweaty one for them. Gonna be able to cap 3, and we'll see what Class6 can do on this side. They've been a very controlled team. Unfortunately, they weren't able to win a couple of those fights, and that whole last point seemed kind of like it was out of their hands, especially towards the beginning when Bermuda Academy started throwing ultimates at them. They just kept backing up and kept respecting Bermuda Academy for what they were.
It did not, it did not seem like they were willing to really kind of put their foot down, take a committed fight, and maybe we saw the result of that. Maybe it would have yielded the same result either way. That being said, they do pretty much just have to focus on their attack right now. And to focus, it looks like they're not going to be swapping up their attack composition as much, nor will Bermuda Academy. They're going to be going with the standard, switching it up from the meta, that is, going with the standard Sigma Ori. Not the Rhine from Dembeck.
Not the Rhine. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. We don't see it. It isn't a surprise. It isn't a surprise if we see it too much. So we'll be sticking to that. Arisa, Dembeck actually getting hit by a rock to start off.
And Class6 going to be rotating onto this high ground, but Brooks is there, ready to walk up those stairwells and just push his high shotguns into somebody. Genther getting taken down rather early into this fight, but Nos being dropped in kind. The kills now turning quickly in favor of Bermuda. And man, that attack was looking good for Class6, but then it just turned around at the drop of a dime.
Yeah, it just happens sometimes, especially when you're playing against Bermuda Academy. They don't give up until the last man is dead. So even if you take down Kabimas, it doesn't really matter. They're able to go again.
Certainly seems to be the case, and now Class6 going to be taking a more direct route. We'll be seeing the coalescence come out from both Moira's Moser and Drake, keeping their team ideally anyway, but the Doomfist is going to be diving deep into the backline. Max Dementio trying to deal some damage. Not quite able to. Nos ready to return, getting him with the big right click. Now the grab flux coming in from Kuya. Doesn't really seem to net much either. Kills really going back and forth, but now it's looking all forth as Bermuda Academy continues to get these wins and continues to take these fights as they continue to push even more so towards the attacking spawn.
I'm actually okay with this if I'm Class6. You still have a lot of time. You have 2 minutes on the clock, and you have your ultimates. You didn't use any for the last fight. So, a bit of flux.
Yeah, the flux coming in, however, going to be
doesn't get anything.
Only getting the Orisa, but the Orisa has that fortify. The DPS doing their job, taking out their counterparts, however. Infernal trying to stay up, getting brought dangerously low, trying to play some LOS from Drake, but not able to succeed. Drake taking them down with that coalescence, and Dazer continuing to clean. And we're going to see now if we'll have a big fight like we did the first time around, but it doesn't seem so. Class6 going to take this one with about 2 minutes left.
They will. Max going to be sitting here in the flanks waiting for a recontest. Looks like they will go for one with Brooks on the Reaper. Brooks using the Death Blossom, but that doesn't do too much, and looks just like a recap, to be honest.
All right, and Dazer just pushing his shotguns further and further into the enemy team's soft brisket. Drake trying to just teleport and sit in one of the corners of the spawn so it lasts as long as it can. But with a minute 20, now he can finally be secure in saying that they got this point.
Yeah, you're funneling a lot of alt charge into Class6, but that was a pretty good stall. You wanted to go for something daring. Bermuda Academy have the right thinking when it comes to contesting. Not a lot of teams would do that, and got to show some cojones while you're here and while you're in the tournament to show other teams what's up.
Yeah, speaking of showing them what's up, Nos taking down Gunther with a big right click, but the Reaper play by Brooks going to be dropping down into the tank line. Not quite able to find that damage that is necessary, though. Brooks getting brought dangerously low, taking down Seasons, but it's not going to be enough.
It really doesn't matter too much as they're able to move this payload more. Season's going to be coming back onto the Arisa, sped up by Kabimas, which is super nice of him. They're going to be able to get to the point quicker. Will be a recontest by Dembeck and crew. It's a damage booster, supercharger.
Yeah. The supercharger going to be coming out. The Death Blossom from Dazer trying to catch out Dembeck, but Dembeck has that fortify as well as a ton of healing from that Moira. Going to be keeping them up. The halt or grab flux coming in might have been a little too late as only Kuya Dembeck get caught, and the kill's not quite coming in. But as I say that, Inferno getting the double, one with the rock, one with the orbs, but it does look like the defense will hold fast. Bermuda Academy, despite taking their losses, licking their wounds and walking back strong.
Yeah, maybe overused the coalescence there, but they wanted to be absolutely sure. Infernal really popped off there towards the end on that Sigma. They wanted to make sure that the fight was completely won. 2 minutes on the clock. They're really hoping to hold it here, especially with this lack of line of sight that you have from the saloon.
It would be ideal for the defensive team here, and Class6 going to be dropping that sound barrier early. Don't have to worry about Kuya dropping that grab flux. Dazer taking down Max Dimencio, a lot of punch capability down from that Doomfist. And right now we're seeing Drake just trying to keep Kuya alive. In the end, it's all going to be wasted effort as that Sigma player does drop. Drake just once again trying to stall out for as long as possible.
That's actually okay. That's actually totally okay. They're going to be able to recontest because the Moira had stalled out for her tanks to be able to make it. They will try to wrap around this end and take it for a recontest here. That Arisa coming in shortly here. There we go with the Fortify.
Yeah, just meters from the checkpoint. Things are still going in favor of the attackers. Inferno getting a handful of kills. Meteor Strike raining right onto the cart as Nos gets the double. That is a solid Meteor Strike, but it's going to leave them without it for next fight.
Yeah, it's just one of those things you got to take them off the, especially because they're trying to stall as they can. 2.5 minutes on the clock. We've got some stagger kills here. Kuya and Max going to go down to Nos's Fist. And more aggressive gameplay from Seasons and his Arisa. We've been really well. We've been really, really powerful in these past maps. So keep an eye out on Seasons. The Supercharger's coming through very soon as well. And never really disappoints here. Maps have been super close so far.
Yeah, Class6 not going to be getting as aggressive, and because of that, the DPS on the side of Bermuda absolutely going to feast. And everybody seems to be getting kills on this defensive side. It's just going to be Cabimus getting away into the spawn room as they wait for the rest of the teams to come back with a big ol' bank.
They're going to regroup for this Bermuda Academy. They're going to regroup for this because they have two. So they're going to back up just a little bit. Lucio going to speed boost the Doom all the way back and should be able to recontest.
Yeah, Inferno going to be looking to get something with that grab halt. Not going to quite be working. Max Dimencio, however, getting the combo with the rocket punch. Dazer taking down two with the Death Blossom. A lot of ult value coming through in terms of kills for the DPS players right now. And it's looking like the offensive team's going to get something as soon as they can get Gunther off the point.
And they did that pretty handily too. 6 people on the payload now, waiting for the next match. 60 seconds on the clock or less means that they are going to get some overtime time if Class6 are going to cap. Bermuda Academy will. So, lessons from Bermuda Academy though.
Yeah, Dembeck using that supercharger early on. Max Dimencio taking advantage of it as they take down 2. And the kills all going in favor of the defense, but there's going to be just enough time for a last push by Class6.
Yeah, one last push. Going to be the map fate, possibly, if Bermuda Academy are going to be able to hold. Neither team has any ults, but Moser is going to be the one closest with their coalescence. Could be a really big game changer, especially if their team is able to take a couple of poke damage without dying too much. That healing really racks up the ult percentage.
It really will, but Max Dimencio taking down Nos does not allow you to heal up instant death. And Moser so quick to the coalescence, going to pop it immediately. And with that, it looks like the attacking team might have a little bit of a surge of confidence knowing that they have that Moira healing. Dazer going to be dropping that Death Blossom. Gets 2. That's crucial. You need that. The 3rd. The 4th is going to be coming in. The sound barrier coming in from Genther just to try to buy a little bit of time. The Moira Coalescence, you think Drake hates to use that in this situation, but it's that or lose the game outright. And with that, we're going to be seeing Class6 take the cart to point. We're in draw territory again, Chase.
Oh, no. 1 minute left. We're going into overtime rounds. What is this game? Both these teams are so closely matched. You can tell just by the scores. Looking really good. Looks like Classics are gonna be able to attack first. I don't know what decides that, but all right. What actually decides that? What actually decides like who attacks first? Like whoever attacked last?
I'm pretty no, because last time, well, I mean, maybe we saw the side of Bermuda attack last or attack first out of this entire map. So it might just be going for consistency. They'll be going again because they went the first time. And not really sure there's any rules in place to kind of.
I just don't know what actually decides that. I don't get into time maps. This is very interesting, and it will be interesting to see what these teams do with only a minute left on the clock. You don't get a lot of time really, so your fight's gonna be kind of. You have to either slow down just one fight and get a pick off, or you have to speed up two fights and just like die, and then like come back and try and touch and make something with your ultimates. Mirror comps on both ends. We'll see what the Doomfist Reaper comps can do yet again. Been seeing a lot of really good things from both Max and Nos. Max in particular getting a lot of pick-offs towards the end of the matches.
Yeah, Bermuda might be feeling a little bit bad. They're not able to
around the back
quite play how they want, but Brooks taking up possession on top of Cafe. However, he will be spotted out.
He's low.
Days are taking down Dembeck. That is a lot of staying power gone. That might not be the best situation for the side of the offense, but things are leveling out. But Brooks going down. You hate to see it, and now this fight is looking a little too long for Comfort on the side of Bermuda. They can't let anybody get lost here, and luckily it looks like the supports are going to get out.
Looks like Drake and Gunther will get out successfully. Both Moiras have coalescences for the next fight. And we'll have to touch the Orisa. Gonna try to touch. Actually, Nos getting picked off is huge.
Yeah, an early kill on a Max Dimencio onto Nos by Max Dimencio is going to be crucial. Everybody seems to be losing their life to their counterparts here. The Reaper, Ori to Ori. And now we're just seeing the kills flood in for Bermuda. It is looking good. There is no doubt they'll be able to take the first tick. That's what they needed. They wanted to prevent this from at least being a draw. And with that being said, Class6 going to be rushing it back for a defense on streets.
They will. They'll try to rush and take this door fight right here as close as possible, as to make sure that the car doesn't stop here. Because if they're able to take a slower fight, they can win off of that. Gravitic Flux comes through. Oh my god, big defense.
Yeah, the kills coming through for the defense. Days are getting 4, cleaning up the rest of the team immediately. The round is over. Class6, not looking too bad for him.
Yeah, Class6 are like, yeah, you get one more point. That's it. Goodbye. We'll see you next map. So it's up to Class6 to cap that point. They have 19.22 meters to go, just right before that door had gone through. The door had opened a bit, so we'll need to wait for that time. I think if they slow this fight down, like I was talking about, they're able to take the point while the point is slowed down, or maybe even overtime. Like overtime actually matters.
Yeah.
They can win the map just because Bermuda Academy will be so staggered out. They might not just be able to contest, or if they will contest, it'll just be 1v6. So, and I have to see what Class6 can do. There's a glint of hope, even if they had Bermuda Academy cap point A, but we will be seeing what they can do. It will be mirror compositions as usual.
Certainly, and one of the benefits of taking a slower fight as opposed to a more aggressive fight or a quicker paced fight is that you don't have the tendency to break off into that chaos as easily, which we talk about it. Bermuda likes that kind of gameplay. So if you're able to corral Bermuda, prevent them from playing in that style, might benefit you more than just, having an extra long fight.
Thank you, Bame, again for the other gifted sub onto Fernando PP. Gracious for you. That's 15 gifted subs for Bame. He's definitely not lame. These guys are raw.
Bame not lame confirmed. And with that being said, I'm going to be seeing Class6 rotate onto the high ground. Days are now going into the Cafe. Cafe apparently Reaper's favorite dining spot in this situation. Reaper trying to focus down that Moira is eventually going to get Drake, but will get cleaned up by Max Dimencio. It's even right
in the
now.
back.
The offense needs to be explosive here, make something happen, but it's not going to as Max Dimencio takes out Seasons. It's just going to be a few members standing for the offense.
Oh my god, it's
Doomfist
2v3.
trying to get some left clicks, Nos getting taken down mid uppercut. It's going to be very staggered here for Class 6.
Yeah, it's the supports and DBS versus the world here. Defensive spawns definitely don't have advantage here. Oh no.
And Cabamos gets dropped early on into this fight just as the rest of their team was kind of getting organized. Class 6 trying to make it work. A lot of ults coming in. The Coalescence keeping the side of Class 6 alive for just a moment, but it will be responded from by their opponents in Bermuda Academy. And it just does not look great for Class 6. They're trying their best. They're trying to cling on to hope. But with Brooks popping that Death Blossom, it is looking not the best. The Doomfist going to be the last one on point. Overtime's going to tick down. We're finally getting some points on this board. Bermuda Academy taking it.
1-0. Bermuda Academy finally get some points on the board. We are an hour into the broadcast, and we've gotten a point.
Yay.
Things have been very close here. Drake with a play of the game. Moira presses Q. All is well in the world.
I mean, you know, not much else from what you would
It's
expect
the
from
status
Moira.
quo, I guess. Yeah.
Just standard Moira play.
Dazer with 79 eliminations. Moser with 72% kill participation is kind of standard. Drake with 32% damage taken healed, which is like 33,000 damage. It's been a long game, guys. We will be getting to map select. Be seeing some more maps. I really want to see some control. Let's get some control, boys.
Yeah, hopefully we see some control going. We know we're gonna see some winners coming out of that. Plus, it's alienating to me to not see any control now that we're going into our third game. Usually, you know, we'll play Lijiang, we'll play Nepal right out of the gate. If not that, then the second map chosen. But we're gonna see how it pans out. Bermuda Academy, in the meantime, gonna be choosing to ban Eichenwald, so none of the lovely German town this time around.
Yep. Eichenwald's gonna be taken out of there. Get out of there, hybrid. We didn't want you. Go away. Give us Lijiang. Give us Nepal. We're gonna be seeing Class 6 pick a control map right here. Control.
Yeah, we're waiting on them. They looks like they're choosing their options wisely, and you know, given how close this match has been, I don't necessarily say I disagree. I don't blame them because this entire game has been a razor's edge. Bermuda Academy in Class 6 seems to have been going shot for shot, and looks like the call's gonna be coming in. Carrots gonna be
Carrots is back. His mom let him play.
We're gonna see it. Carrots coming back onto Bermuda Academy.
Don't say what's in the chat, okay? Just
Absolutely.
okay. Whoa, that's really cool. Gunther out, Carrots in. Will be cool to see him. Gunther, really good player, but Carrots is the shot caller for Bermuda Academy, and they're kind of losing some. They're losing some sheen with him not on the roster. Unfortunately, his connection has been spotty as of the past couple days, but fans are finally able to let him play. Smile.
Liberation has been achieved on the young Carrots, or maybe not young. I actually don't know the age of Carrots. So
He's,
maybe
he's 16. He's 16.
I'll consider that the young Carrots then.
Yeah, actually, I think everyone on Bermuda Academy, 16, 17, or 18.
Oh wow.
They're really young. They're really young guys. That's why I keep talking about their thing. They have this really bright young energy that they like to come into these maps with, and they're always joking around in chats. I think it could get them in some trouble, but for now they're doing all right. Their banter is actually pretty enlightening, and we'll be getting to the next map. Class 6 still gonna choose what they need to for the next map.
Yeah, of
Taking
course.
Your time.
Now that I think about it, or that I thought about it for a moment, Bermuda Academy banning Eichenwald, a little unnecessary because we weren't going to be seeing a hybrid map next. Anyway, we just ran one, so maybe they just really don't want to run Eichenwald. They're looking to get it out of the option just in case they do lose this map and aren't given bad preference or whatever. Yeah, I mean, maybe if they're feeling really bad about it, but it seems a little short-sighted.
Yeah. Lijiang Tower for Class 6 is what Tank Engine, the head coach, is going to pick.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it. Hopefully, we'll get to see some garden actions. I'm hoping this doesn't go 2-0 at Command Center and Night Market. I always love seeing gardens.
We've gotten confirmation that Carrots is able to play because his parents sleep.
Ah, yes. The trials and tribulations of being with your parents in high school. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're starting on Lijiang soon. Waiting for teams to be ready. Really excited to be casting these matches yet again. Control is often a lot of players' favorite maps. They like to play things that are kind of scrappy. You take a lot more 1v1s on Control than you would on like an Assault or a map, so it'll be really cool to see what they can do. I think Class6 can come back in this series, though, for sure. They have an amazing Doomfist player, they have an amazing Reaper player, and they have that Risa player that glues everything together on seasons. He is very good. On the other side, though, Bermuda Academy really can't count any one of them out. They're all just very solid players. All of them could be stars on their own, and would expect some of them to be moved up to either contenders teams or Bermuda's regular team. Maybe we'll be seeing some swap ups. I don't think we'll be seeing a complete swap up, but there are definitely some contenders level players here, and waiting for teams to be ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And while we have this lull here, we are going to be giving you a friendly reminder that the MVP vote, still active, will be until we end the broadcast, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
So that being said, you see somebody you like, or if you're, a diehard fan of, anybody from Class 6 or Bermuda Academy, be sure you show them that love in the chat. Even a single vote will be enough to, get their pride swelling a little bit. I know that I love seeing everybody in the chat voice their opinions. I like basically being told how I was wrong each and every time, so...
It is more of a popularity contest, but it is what it is. I like Carrots because he has on Twitter he has a Lucio icon that is also core in the house. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a very good.
He's got my
icon.
vote. Hold on, I gotta vote.
BRB voting in the Twitch MVP poll. But that being said, we're gonna be starting on Night Market, and
he's not even on the MVP. Oh, rip.
Unfortunate. Carrots, you gotta be in the game, I guess. I think our producers thought he might not be popping in at all.
We banned him from MVP votes. He's too strong.
Too strong. Corey in the house, too strong.
Oh, I vote for Corey in the house.
However, we're gonna be looking towards Night Market. We can see a little bit of a different composition coming through, not just the Reaper Doom. That being said, it's still a good standby in some teams' wheelhouses.
No, yeah, we definitely will be seeing Reaper Doom. No switch ups this time. It will be the Night Market. Both these teams going to be really prepared. Lijiang Tower is a very popular map that is played on in scrims. It's played very regularly. Keep in mind, guys, this is the winners finals. Winner of this goes to the grand finals with a prize of at least $120. So, and the winner overall gets 400. So, teams playing for a lot already.
Yeah, Nos and Max Dimencio going to be stalling each other out with those right clicks. However, it will be Nos who ends up losing that battle. And because of that, we're seeing a little bit more aggression come through from Bermuda. They're pushing Class 6 ironically onto the point, but they're going to be getting kills because of that. They're not going to be too bothered by who has pre-point positioning. And right now, it is just Class 6 trying to work their way out of a bad situation. Already, it seems like this team is struggling to kind of find their coordination against such the aggression from Bermuda.
Yeah, they're really coming right at you, right in your face, able to do as much damage as possible. Infernal has a big ult lead over Kuya on Class 6, so expect that. But Carrots has been really good with getting that ultimate charge, and you can tell the aggression has just changed from Bermuda Academy. The attitude of the team has changed. The way that they play and fight, these fights are so aggressive, but they're so clean and calculated.
It really seemed to be, and you can't even say that that's too much of a
Wow.
surprise. You get that shot caller in, it's gonna be that way. The aggression coming through. Infernal using the grab flux, perhaps a bit half-cocked, not gonna be getting too much for it, and they're still gonna have to back off.
Yeah, it wasn't like a flux that really could have been taken advantage of by his team. Wouldn't recommend that for anybody playing their comp games, unfortunately. Max being christened out of there.
Yeah, and it looks like Not's gonna be
Oh.
taking a dive to Kuya's grab flux. And they did get out of the
Wow.
doors, but still the rinsing is just coming through from Bermuda Academy. Brooks and Max Demencio looking so good in these tight corridors.
Do you see what I mean though with Carrots? Everything is just so much more controlled and aggressive. Carrots is actually hiding off on the side here, going for a spawn flank or something, like a boop. I don't know what really he's doing. I think he's just taking a tour. He's actually killing Moser. All right. Okay.
On that Moira, no primary healer for the side of. Wow, for the side of Class, but Class not gonna be bothered as Dazer takes up 2. They're finally gonna get some presence on the point. Will it be enough? Dazer fighting for their life, and the return blossom now coming in from Brooks. Cabamos trying their best. Sound barrier just to ensure the fight win from Bermuda. And with that, it looks like there's not gonna be much contest capabilities from Class as they lose Night Market.
And this is just quick. It's 100-0. It doesn't get any more dominant than that. You see Bermuda Academy's attitude completely change up with the substitute picks. It seems like Carrot just turns their on switch just to maximum, and it's aggressive, but it's also so calculated. They're barely losing any players. They're completely destroying. They're not leaving any chance for a counterattack. You saw a bit of a counterattack come from Dazer and the Death Blossom towards the end, but it was controlled aggressively, and they weren't able to touch. They made sure that Class6 weren't even able to touch the point at the end, so there really wasn't a contest. I don't think that map could have ended any quicker than it already could. And we'll be seeing the Symmetra Bastion with the Baptiste combo for Bermuda Academy. They'll be setting up here on this left-hand side, coast side, on this high ground. Rock already thrown in Max's face, but
Yeah, so we're going to be seeing that Bastion get posted up. There's not going to be any point contests, at least not initially, but the
Oh my
teleporter
God!
coming up, taking the high ground. Max Demencio getting stunned out by the rock, was not completely hidden by Dembek's shield, and now it's just going to be those bullets raining down. However,
this is so cool.
no team really having any point possession.
Oh, rip
Carrot's
Carrots.
getting taken down. That's a little bit tough. You don't want to lose your shot caller like that.
The teleport.
Oh, but Max Demencio burning down,
Gotta
not
touch.
for being outside of the cover.
Oh.
And now we're seeing Class 6 start to take up some progress on point here. And something's going to have to happen from the side of Bermuda Academy. Otherwise, these lines of sights will just keep getting played by Class 6. And the points slowly getting flipped by the tanks of Bermuda. Is it going to be enough? The Coalescence coming out, but Max Demencio going to be answering with a
goodbye.
tank configuration, taking down Kabamus. This is looking good on the retake, but there's still 4 members of the now defending side of Class 6 just trying to hold on for as long as they can, knowing that it's going to be so difficult to get this Bastion off point if he's able to get nestled right up in there. The point's going to flip with 30% going to Class 6.
And we will be seeing some swap-ups. Nos will be playing May instead of the Doomfist. They're going to be playing to slow these fights down, try and control the point as much as possible. May's wall has been nerfed to 400 HP per brick of the ice wall, but they're going to make sure that they can wall him out or displace the Bastion, make sure that he has to move out of the way, and going to try and control the point from there.
Yeah, every second spent relocating by that Bastion is a second spent not shooting. The grab flux going to be coming in. Taking down 2. That was big. Drake and Max Demencio getting lost. That's kind of the power duo in this composition. And then we're going to be seeing the boop onto Dembek, taking them off the high ground. And now the return flux. The beat is there to answer, though. Cabimus keeping everybody up, and now the point's going to be flipping in a pretty easy fashion for Class 6, though they had to invest a few ults.
Yeah, definitely a little more even in terms of the last point. Max and Brooks going to be swapping to the Doomfist Reaper comp now that the Mei has gotten out of the way on Nas's end.
Yeah, the
The
amplification.
Mei's caught them out though.
Bongo gonna be dropped. Dazer taking down Drake. Dazer taking down 2. And the kills going back and forth. And now it's
Oh,
suddenly
actually even.
equalized. Yeah.
Yep.
And the amplification Bongo getting dropped, and it's looking like Max Demencio kind of off on his own, taken down by Nas. A couple right clicks will do the trick, and it's looking like Dembeck, not sure if he wants to push forward, but as the team reconvenes with him, he's going to be, but Drake will be suffering for that as there's not anybody to cover him from taking that damage fire from Infernal. Death Blossom coming out from Brooks. Nas taking the advantage of a slow-moving Reaper to just put a few icicles into the head, and more stall coming out from Class 6. The point is still looking good to be maintaining their control. Moser taking down 2 with the Coalescence, 82% and counting for Class 6.
Yeah, they're looking really good. Maybe overplayed their cards a little bit on Bermuda Academy's end. They need to play these fights maybe a little quicker, but also a little together. Max getting picked off really early. Brooks already getting a pick off on Dazer is kind of huge, but will they be able to touch? Looks like the Lucio was be able to touch, and Brooks is close to the point as well. There we go, nice Blizzard.
We're seeing the Blizzard come out. It's only going to be getting Dembeck and Kuya. Frozen Kuya will be cleaned up, though. Max Demencio looking to do some work on point with the rest of the DPS lineup. And right now, it's looking like Class 6 just not able to hold on. They're going to have to go for a retake.
I just realized that Class 6 was Class 6. I just realized that now. You said it very closely, and now I get it. And you can tease me in the comments, but I just got it, and I just want to let you know.
Well, honesty is the best
That's my
policy here. That's the analysis of last fight.
That's my 65% for Bermuda Academy. Big fight coming from Brooks on the backside.
Teleporting onto one of the server boxes is what I'm assuming that is. A big Death Blossom hopefully coming through from Dazer, but mostly consumed by Kuya. Carrots dropping that sound barrier, not having to work about the Grav Flux, and a lot of kills coming through as that one Moira orb going to be grabbing some for Drake. It's one it's one fight territory.
This is where you play aggressive. Orisa needs to move up here. They need to move up so they stall. Looks like the Reaper might be going for a flank. They might be trying to touch around the side of the point from coastal side. Lucio will be going. Oh, weird beat, but I'll take it.
Brooks looking to set up that Death Blossom from above. Nope, going to be dropping down, not using it. As soon as I say that, I guess kills getting traded both directions. Most are going to be having that Coalescence, however, keeping everybody healthy and damaged at the same time. It's a 2-for-1 special. With that being said, 4 members of Class 6 going to be flipping the point. Overtime's bleeding down.
Carrots, Lucio riding around the point. He's not even touched. He gets punched in the face by Nas. And that was kind of crazy. He's wondering how they did it in the chat.
Yeah, Cavimus looking a little bit of a chat going on between the Lucios here in chat, but you know, we're gonna be feeling pretty well, rather the side of Class 6 gonna be feeling a little bit relieved at that. They now are on equal footing with Bermuda.
Wait, hold on. He booped onto the I'm sorry, he sound barriered onto the Orisa pole. Like the Orisa pole was a solid object. And he pressed his beat onto it. That was nuts!
That's pretty high value.
God. So they just realized that happened. They're like, how did you do that?
And Carrots instantly getting the double boop onto Inferno. Oh no, doesn't get it onto the Reaper. Almost does, but an early man advantage because of that. And with that, you always got to expect Carrots to be doing some tricky stuff like that. Bermuda Academy looking like they're going to be taking point early. The fight's won before the timer even ticks down.
Yeah, Carrot's doing a lot of work there on that Lucio. You tell that there's been there is this change in atmosphere. Carrots is a great player on his own, and he's getting a little bit low. Brooks actually gets to pick off onto a Nos, who was overextending though.
Yeah, Nos gonna be punished, and for that, their team not gonna be in the strongest position.
They're gonna move back a little bit. Yeah,
5v6 will cause the repositioning to come through. They don't want to go too head-on, especially against the Doomfist Reaper in a tight corridor. But with Nos finally getting rejoined, they're gonna be looking to poke onto point. But right now, it's just a little bit of a shield battle. The Coalescence coming out from Drake. Carrots getting brought dangerously low. The follow-through not going to quite be there, though, as Carrot's going to be getting healed back up. No kills really coming through for either side, despite the coalescences flowing freely. Or perhaps because of it, Season's taking down Brooks, and now with that opening, the kills coming through from Class 6, without the Lucio boops, they're feeling a little bit better about that, and it's just the stall coming out from Drake. Drake loves to stall.
He's good at it too. You can tell the crouch spamming and all that. He's like king of the sneak. And even on the Moira, they're able to stall for just a little bit. Class 6, though, looking really good. Taking that point, 48 control point percentage for Bermuda Academy. Bit of an ult charge disparity between Seasons and Dembek here. So expect the supercharger to come through. It does almost immediately. And the beat drop as well. Class 6 look really good.
Yeah, an early bongo coming through from the side of Seasons. Dembek getting killed before they can get their bongo up may not be too much of a factor in this fight. The meteor strike coming down right onto Dazer will get the beat right after getting hit, so they won't have to worry about dropping too much. But Carrots and Adamus getting both taken down by their opposing Sigmas. Right now it's looking a little bit like a scrim, but Class 6 having slight numbers advantage. Dazer taking down Brooks might be one of the final kills along with Drake, and it's going to be Class 6 continuing to hold the point.
It will. They will be able to hold. They have a control percentage lead now, with the rotation from Bermuda Academy being fairly long. This could be the second to the last, or the last fight, depending on how long these fights take. Supercharger from Demba coming through. Looks pretty good.
Oh, Brooks goes for the Death Blossom. Seems to have not quite gotten as much as they wanted for it. Both Reapers finding some
kills,
value.
though.
Brooks finding a little bit more.
Oh, there he is.
Finding
3
a
kills.
lot more now as Dazer
4
drops.
kills.
It's piling on for Brooks. They're stacking the kills
5
like
kills.
flapjacks right now. Brooks just trying to fill the kill feed with their name. Who are you going to be stealing the honor from him, though?
Still, 5 kills for Brooks there
Right.
on that farming. He's really farming. Came into that fight using his ult, and now he's ending it with 56% on the ult charge. Looking pretty good for himself. Bermuda Academy 60%. However, Class 6 86%. This might be their last fight if they're able to take this point. Gonna use the halt prematurely though. Oh no, Carrots.
Moser taking down Carrots. That is crucial. Dazer then following up with a kill on the Dembek. No shielding, no repositioning of the shield is going to leave Dazer to get one more kill actually with the Death Blossom. However, it's not going to be as effective for Brooks, who does appear to get stunned out of the Death Blossom. Hit with a rock in mid-air. Drake to quickly fall afterwards. And now with the points looking pretty even, Class 6 in a good position.
Yeah, Bermuda Academy have to hurry up. They have to get onto this point as quickly as possible. And the thing about Class 6 now, though, is that they have the ultimate advantage and not pick on Carrots.
And the Coalescence coming out from Moser. That is a pretty decent initiation tool. Dazer going off just like Brooks did this time around, looking to be the star MVP Reaper, getting the 4, almost getting the 5th, robbed by one member. It's going to be Carrots just contesting at the very last moment, getting hit mid-air by Infernal. With that, it's going to be the side of Class 6 taking this point. We're 1-1.
Wow, incredible plays from them. This series will go 1-1. Said 3 maps. We will be going to a map 4, and that means we will see a map 5, possibly a map 6. This has just really gone the distance, like we said it would, and I'm really happy that we got to cast something like this. Sir Waltham, Drake doing a lot of work there on the Moira, pumping out those heals. Great plays from Class 6. They're able to, I would say, kind of barely take that point. It was fairly close for those last things. Oh, Kabimas actually said he used the sound barrier at the top of Carrots' head, and he pooped the sound barrier. That's actually amazing.
Sci-Fi, would that mean that they just played a game of Leapfrog?
That lost us the map, LMFAO. Oh. You're kind of nasty.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's cute.
We got some Lucio rivalries coming out right now. It's getting competitive in here. That's for sure, Chase. And as we await, we're going to be looking for Class 6 to be banning the next map. Bermuda Academy, therefore, up to pick. And, map pool might be getting a little bit slimmer as we get into these later games.
You're exactly right. We are getting to the later stages of these maps. Map 4 now a thing. Soon to be map 5 must be a map 5 because this is a best of 5. Have to go to 3 points. It has gotten a bit crazy in this tournament right now. Even the last match went this way. It's just this really goes to show that, you know, all these tier 3 Overwatch teams, there is really small skill disparities between these teams. You know, on a good day, any team could beat any other team. And it's really nice to be able to watch Overwatch like this. Even when the meta is kind of, to be honest, it's quite stale. You're seeing a lot of the same heroes playing over and over. The maps itself are completely different, and you're seeing different outcomes depending on the teams and just the time of day. Looks like we will be going to Dorado. We'll be deciding who defends and who attacks on Class6's side.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a swap out. Brooke's going to be taken out of Bermuda Academy's roster. Put in instead is going to be Herobrine 2.
Yeah, so, this is Love. This is one of their staff, I think. Hold on. Or is a sub player? I don't remember.
Either way, going to be a substitute for the team here. And I gotta admit, I was a little bit surprised Bermuda lost their control point round. I was fully expecting them to thrive in a more deathmatchy style deathmatchy style game mode. Didn't seem to go their way, and now I think they're really gonna have to try to make up the points here.
Looks like Class6 gonna pick the defending side, so we won't be seeing any color switches. It will be Class6 still in the blue and Bermuda Academy still in the red.
Fantastic. It also means Bermuda will be going first. And
yep.
Chase, do you think there's a reason they're bringing out, or they're putting in Brooks? Do you think they have something special planned?
I don't know. I want to double check with them.
We'll definitely have to find out as this game gets going. We are just waiting on the teams to get readied up. And with that, I think we are waiting on Class6 rather to make the ready call. Looking like they might want to just kind of get nestled in a little bit. Take a moment. They certainly have a few to kind of recollect themselves.
I lied. He's not their support staff. He's their bench boy.
Ah.
He's their sub. AKA when Brooks stops working, we put Herobrine 2 in. AKA Love. I just wanted a clarification because he's been in the chat cheering the team on, and it is really nice to see the other players from other sides of the teams in. I know I've seen Nvidia in the chat a little earlier. There's been a couple others that I'm familiar with, part of. It's really cool. Let's go.
That team support, always nice to see. It's always nice to see teams kind of come together, you know, showing each other that support. You know, even people who pop in from, you know, teams that haven't played against, you know, one of the casted teams in, you know, a couple weeks, they'll still come in every once in a while, pop in, show some love. We'd love to see that. We also like to see you guys showing some love. Be sure to throw your votes in the MVP Twitch chat if you feel like somebody's really popping off out there. But if you need a little bit more time to decide, we're going to be heading to Dorado, so take out your pen and pad if you want to take notes.
Hey, Dorado is great. It's an escort map, which means that it can't be tied. So you have to have a loser and a winner. So unless actually it is possible to draw.
It's unfortunately possible.
It is. So if you cap I don't think it's possible for you to draw the second point because the second point makes you move early and earlier. But it is possible to draw the first. And where the payload normally stops, if you just stop moving the payload before the door opens up, you can draw the map. Because the payload technically stops and has to.
We're going to have to see if that's going to be the case. However unlikely it may be. Possible. I'm not going to put any of my money on it quite yet. Although with the way tonight's been going, it's probably going to happen.
If both teams actually cap 3 points and then stall by never moving the cart at the first point, it's possible to draw that way as well. Possible. Not probable, but possible.
Cries in
Like, I can
cast.
still see a draw on map 4. Anyways, very similar comps. It will be Herobrine on the Bastion and Drake on the Baptiste. So we will be seeing that combo from the offensive side of Bermuda Academy. Seems to be going pretty well. They're moving the cart.
Classics.
One of those things is not a draw.
Classics going to be keeping their DPS on the closest rooftop.
Oh my god, they're ninjas.
Ready to
Okay,
drop.
never mind.
Well, no longer a ninja. Getting immediately cleaned up by Drake. And Dazer quick to follow. This means
Yeah,
that
they're not ninjas anymore.
not much bite coming through from the defensive team, so they're going to be backing up just a little bit. Season's trying to play this angle, trying to play this corner. Perhaps one of the most friendly areas to hold the cart on first point. But Herobrine just going to be too busy mowing people down to really care. Going to be pushing the cart forward, and it looks like it's going to be a quick first point.
Yeah, they're kind of getting rolled here, and there's not even a contest. They're going to cap at 5.5 minutes. This is crazy at Bermuda Academy. They're coming into this next map with a kind of new energy. You didn't expect to lose that last map there. And Herobrine too, doing a lot of work with that Bastion already. Looks like they're contesting this this doorway though. Class 6. They want to change anything. They want to move cart forward.
Yeah, they bait out that Immort field, and then as soon as they do, they kind of pull back a little bit. Now they're going to be trying to take this angle, taking down Herobrine. Dazer performing excellently in this situation. Max Dimencio getting frozen, not going to be punished too severely for it. However, it will be Dazer who gets taken down. The nano boost onto the Doomfist. Doesn't find anything with the Meteor Strike, and this nano boost perhaps not the most effectively used ult, but they're still going to be getting some kills moving forward. It's going to be Bermuda.
Holy crap, he's nuts!
They're pulling the cart as they go. Nice anti-nades onto Seasons, preventing any healing, but there's not many healers on the field as the rest of Bermuda Academy going to be pushing the cart as far as they can go.
God. Max pulled off a show right there. He's just like, nano me, guys. I'm going to win this. He actually kind of did. I mean, he distracted them enough for Herobrine to do a lot of work. The Bastion actually recognized the Dazer's up there. Gonna try and take care of him, but Dazer's on the cart. Sticking with Kuya, taking him very low.
Inferno gonna be using that Gravitic Flux and dropping the Baptiste. Crucial there. Not going to be having that immortality field for themselves. Herobrine getting cleaned up. The Bastion still has that tank configuration, but they might switch off of it. Questionable.
Yeah. Bit interesting. Carrots, unfortunately, gonna be on the Ana, which means the Sigma is gonna get a lot more value if the sound barrier with there. Herobrine there on the Bastion has the ultimate, has the configuration tank mode. Go through with that.
Yeah, now we're seeing that Bastion pop that tank configuration. Reaper Death Blossom coming in, gonna get shelled right in the face by Herobrine. Dazer taken down, perhaps a little bit earlier than they'd like. The May Blizzard now coming in into that tight corridor, and that is a lovely space, collapsing everybody, getting the May wall, sectioning them off even further.
Goodbye.
You think that tank form's going to be performing so well, but it just does not have the follow through that May Blizzard allowed. And we're seeing Max Dimencio trying to play. Now the Halt holding the defending team in that small hallway rather. And now the swing back is real for the side of
it's so close.
Bermuda by courtesy of Max Dimencio. It's just going to be the tank staying for Class 6. They're going to drop. Cart's going to get more.
Yep. Couple people going down from the side of Bermuda Academy, but they're going to hobble their way back to the point as it continues to move. 3 people on it. Herobrine, it is really interesting to see Herobrine on here when Brooks has been such a crazy Reaper. He kind of mistake him for Reaper sometimes. But Herobrine here on the flank with the Reaper on the lower ground. Was formerly on the high ground, and they're really pushing this cart.
They certainly are. The grab flux coming through. Drake dropping the Immort field. Not going to be caught out this time by that grab flux. However, as soon as that Immort field goes down, they will be cleaned up. And it's just going to be Max Dimencio as well as the tanks trying to stall out for the attack. Doesn't look like it's going to do it. And this is a pretty decent spot for the defense to hold.
This is actually one of the best spots because from spawn, it takes you a very, very, very long to get back to this point. And that rotation is going to cost them a lot of time. So winning that fight not only gets you, the 30 seconds of the fight that you actually won, but it gets you maybe another 30 seconds that it takes to actually get to the point. And while you're getting to that point, you're waiting for the enemy team. You're shooting at them, and you're getting ultimate charge. You're breaking the shields, and you're doing things proactively. Supercharger's coming through. Gonna be immediately taken out, though.
Season's dropping that supercharger, but Max Demencio does commit that meteor strike just to taking it out. 2 ultimates so far committed from the defensive side of Class 6, but they're gonna hold for it.
They will hold for it. And the sound barrier and meteor strike taken out of the equation from both Max and Carrots makes it an even trade. And honestly, there isn't too much to work with from the side of Bermuda Academy. This could be super good for Class 6, especially coming to this next fight, which might very well be the last fight.
Carrots trying to get a little, trying to get to it, trying to get to the cart, not quite going to be landing on it.
Watch for Nos on this high ground.
Hero Brian teleporting behind the Seasons. Not going to be, rather, Dazer not going to be finding too much with that Death Blossom. 2 members, or 1 member from each team going down. Now the Reapers are both going to be dropping. Dembeck dropping that amplification bongo. And the kills now going in favor of the attack. This is what Bermuda needed. And the respawns are going to be there, at least a couple for Class 6, but it's not going to be enough. They're just going to decide not to hold out the point 4 too much. As Nos gets cleaned up, they're going to go for a 3rd point hold instead.
They will cap in 2nd point, making their way to this doorway. Blue Americo.
Yeah, and now we are seeing kind of a little bit more push coming out from the defense. They've looked like they've gotten their eggs all into one basket. They're ready to give it another shot.
Yeah, they want to hold them around this corner. Unfortunately, Hero Brian has this advantage. Is Boop edge. And now Dazer has this higher ground. They're going to drop off. Go for the Doom Fist.
The grab flux coming in. Both grab fluxes going to be coming in. Carrots dropping that beat just in time, but Cabamus not going to be so lucky as they get taken down. Something needs to change here for the side of the defense on the Class 6. Their manpower is not looking the highest right now. Just the tanks trying to stall out. But with that being said, they will eventually fall. The cart's going to make some more progress. The question is, will it make it to the final?
It looks like it. I mean, it was a pretty good wipe coming from Bermuda Academy. They used a bunch of resources to get their way, though. Need to make sure that Class 6 don't touch here. It looks like they will, with the supercharger, in fact, as well. So,
yeah, but Max Demencio will be taking down that supercharger almost as quickly as it was placed down. And Infernal getting burned down, and Hero Brian, however, getting burned dead. Days are going to be taking them out, courtesy of a couple of Hellfire shotguns. And Days are going to be popping that Death Blossom. Max Demencio popping that Meteor Strike in response. However, a nice shielding from Infernal prevents a lot of damage from coming out. And with that, the cleanup exists. It comes through for the defense. Class 6 just has to clean up Carrots. Corey in the house not going to be riding those walls for much longer. Overtime's going to tick down. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Really good plays coming from Class 6. Now Class 6 are talking about that spot that Carrots was up in front, dropping to the payload. I think he roll rid his way up all the way onto the roof and had slid down and had gotten that touch off. It was a nice touch, but
yeah,
that was all it was a single touch. The team wasn't able to secure it in the end, unfortunately. Not all the way for Bermuda Academy, but they still have a chance of winning this. They have all of this defense to try.
Yeah, there is a lot of defensive possibility here. And, you know, Carrots tried their best, but as you said, we're not able to carry it all the way to the end. But still, you're not too upset that you got it almost to 3rd point. It's still pretty respectable.
Yeah. Some really nice chat in the thing. We should really a little quiet though. Bermuda Academy are really fun too. They're really fun. They know how to party for sure. So,
and speaking of party, it's a widow party right now. Hero Brian going to be hopping onto the sniper lady herself, and this is one I haven't seen in a while. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. GR, we'll be seeing. Oh, is that a widow?
Yeah.
Is that a widow I see? Widow Baptiste? Hero Brian?
Payload.
Very excited to see how this Widow
Oh,
plays.
me too.
The halt coming through from Seasons just to try to check, see if
Oh, that's
anybody
bad.
was on top. A big ice wall coming in, breaking a lot of line of sight. Herobrine not really being contested here on this Widow. You wouldn't expect it in this
Oh,
situation.
Copy Moss on the backside.
Ooh,
Copy
Herobrine
winning.
trying to go for the Lucio Widow 1v1. Not going to succeed, though.
Amazing.
Bermuda Academy just going to put the wall up in front of that Widow. Widow still trying to find some angles, though. Max Dimencio going to be following up in the front. And right now, it's not looking great for the offenses. They need to kind of recollect themselves, but it doesn't look like they'll be opting to do that. It's just going to be the 4 members currently on the field, pulling back, scattering just a little bit as they get their group reorganized.
Oh my God, Herobrine already has. Days are actually up to the counter Widow. Try and go for some counter snipes here. No reses on either side.
Yeah,
Dacer is trying to be really sneaky, but you can't really out sneak this. Look at this rotation. Look at this rotation.
yeah, none of
From Class 6, they're really up on this high ground. Are you serious? They've swapped spots. Bermuda are in their spot.
However, we're going to be.
God.
Oh goodness, Herobrine just popping right onto the attacking Widow sniper spot. However, the meteor strike going to be coming through from Max Dimencio, not landing onto the May. Days are taking down Herobrine. Might be a little bit of breath of fresh air for the attacking team, but it's still looking so scrimmy. The nano boost going in. Not going to be finding too much. Carrots taken down by Dazer, swept onto the McCree in all the chaos. The May not taken down despite being right into the middle of the defending team. The Sig
that's over.
Grab Flux going to be picking up a lot of damage. Not a lot of kills, however. Drake getting brought quite low. Kuya to follow. And with that, we're finally going to be seeing some progress get brought onto the card as soon as Dembeck falls for the side of Class 6.
Oh, pause is called on the side of Class 6. Unfortunately, don't know what was going on there. Hope everything is okay. They are winning the fight. 100 ping on Nos.
It looks like just a ping issue, not a disconnect issue. So fortunately, we won't be suffering any ult loss. You know, I'm sure that that's kind of one of the worst aspects of DCing, aside from just having to, you know, reconnect to Overwatch or the game server, whatever have you, is that, man, I had Coalescence, I had Death Blossom, I have Grav, but now I don't because my internet crapped out on me. Not going to be the case this time around. 100 ping, you'll take that as long as you get the pause in.
I agree. They're going to wait it out for a bit of... For them to kind of reconnect and show that they're okay.
Yeah.
They've swapped internet. Is what Carrots and them are talking about.
Yeah.
I found ever since that day that I was... I can't say the same thing.
We're looking, we're just having a good time in chat.
Yeah, Bermuda Academy are having
we talked
fun.
about it. We talked about it.
What I really like about Bermuda Academy is that they like to talk and kind of... Because a lot of teams like to play really strung up and like really pressured, and that helps. Maybe that helps them because they thrive under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't seem like Bermuda Academy try to handle that way. They try and make the other team relax, and they relax themselves. And it's kind of like they put out this aura of scrims, right, where everything is kind of fun and like not a big deal. Looks like we are ready, so we'll be getting into this match. But yeah, they play very relaxed, and they try and move the other team into another state of relax. And it could be good for both teams, to be honest, because we know that the teams are having fun, regardless of whoever's winning. These teams are having fun. They're not getting stressed out. They're not getting tilted, and that's the best way to play Overwatch. That's why I respect it so much. You can't really discount anybody who's not having fun. Class 6 moving very quickly to the point, though.
Yeah, the Grab Flux going to be coming in with a Blizzard in response. Kuya getting a lot of kills, and despite only 1 or 2 people getting frozen in that Blizzard, it's all going to go in favor of Bermuda Academy. The sniper got completely dealt with. It was just the tanks that were an absolute burden.
That was hot. Yeah, they just completely destroyed them. Dembeck and Kuya, with their ultimates, just like completely slaughtered them. Kuyo getting a lot more damage with the ultimate with the supercharger from Dembeck, and Dembeck is just finishing everyone off with those left clicks. with those damage boosted left clicks. There's not much in the tank for Class 6.
Yeah, Max Demencio getting an early kill on the Nos. That's exactly what the defense wants. The Sound Barrier going to be coming out in response, hopefully trying to swing back some kills. However, Hero Brian's still not really contested here, especially without that Mei wall. The DPS doing their job on the defending side, getting the kills that they need to. And now, again, we see it happen every time. Class 6 needs to make something happen.
Yeah, Ball from Seasons, Nos on the Genji. Not much else to be swapped with, but Moser has the Coalescence. Not going to win the fight themselves. The only problem is that Brian is still on that high ground, and you don't have anything to really stop him besides Nos's Genji. To be honest, if you're looking at touching the point, you can't really wait for that. You can't really fight the Widow. You have to contest the point. Nano Ball.
Certainly the Nano Ball going to be coming through. Gets slept, gets anti-juggled by Doomfist, and immediately burned down. A lot going through there. Kuya taken down, but it's not looking like it's going to be enough. The Immort field there to keep Dembeck happy, and pretty much nobody else except for maybe Drake. Drake getting brought dangerously low, though. Going to be taking some cover behind some corners. The punch on the Nos. It is just a few members here for the side of Class 6. Is it going to be enough? It is questionable, but with Max Demencio popping off, it seems nigh impossible. And Carrot's coming in, trying to get some boop, just build up that spacing. And being a pest as usual on that Lucio. All these Lucios, so great at pestering. And with that, it's going to be Bermuda Academy taking this point after a first point hold. Or taking this map after a first point hold.
Yeah, they're going to hold. They're going to full hold that. Bermuda Academy strong. Coming back into the series, 2-1. This is map 4. The first map was a draw on Temple of Anubis. Hero Brian will be going back to Bed's jail, he said. Sad.
Well,
Very unlucky.
It was fun while we saw them, but all good things must come to a close, Hero Brian.
Yeah. Max with 68% kill participation, looking really good. Drake there with almost 18,000 healing, and Dembeck, you're on the point a lot for 5.5 minutes.
Congrats. Here's a card.
Solid thumbs up there. Yeah, we will be going to a map pick and ban screen. Again, this very well could be match point for Bermuda Academy. If they win this, they go on to the grand finals of the tournament. Potentially $400. If they make second place, $120. So
yeah, either way, they're going to be feeling like they want to get some wins in here. It's looking like the call for banning Volskaya is going to be coming out. And Volskaya looking like it's going to be the ban from Bermuda Academy. We banned that. And that means if we're going to be seeing another assault map, it's going to be Hanamura. Considering we already played Temple. And again, the map choices are getting a little small here.
Oh yeah, it is getting pretty hairy. We're coming down to the last couple maps here, and there's not a lot to pick from. However, there is another control map to pick from. And it will be Nepal. Let's go!
We're going to be taking it to Nepal. Not a lot of surprise there. Nepal kind of one of the more commonly picked maps in this tourney rotation. So you got to think you might be okay with that if you're a fan of just what has been the standard so far. And I can't necessarily say I disagree.
Yeah.
Looking like we might be taking a moment for Bermuda Academy. Just get
1 moment. Hold up.
Get collected.
Says, hold up. We don't know what it's for. But hold up.
Hold up. Up is indeed being held for Bermuda Academy right now. They do have about a 5-minute
okay.
A 5-minute max. And we are going to be getting the swaps out. It's going to be Brooks coming in for Hero Brian. So we kind of expected that. Brooks looking to be popping back onto that Reaper, I imagine, on Nepal. I'm disappointed because I know Bermuda Academy is probably not going to play Farah on Nepal. Would love to see it, but Farah does not seem like it's the heroes that they just have the most comfortability, the most fun with.
It is the way it is. You know, sometimes you got to bring in your best player, and and he's
absolutely
really good at Reaper. So looks like teams might be ready. Bermuda Academy's ready. Oh.
Yeah, we are waiting on Class 6 to just give us the ready. We are also going to be getting Hero Brian moved over to the correct spectator slot.
Mm-hmm.
As that happens, Class 6 has the onus on them to press that R button so we can hop into Nepal. And realistically, It's gonna be Reaper Doom against Sai. I don't think that's surprising or news to anybody. Do you think there's any possibility we're gonna see anything besides that?
No.
Don't lean into that mic.
Get really close to the mic. No. No. Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh, Carrot's parents apparently woke up and pulled the internet mid-game. We're gonna be experiencing a disconnect.
Oh no.
But it looks like they're gonna be right back in. They woke up. So Carrot's gonna be hopping right back in. Not gonna be having to call on any sub players, any bench players. But I think that's
hold on. They're not R. Hold on.
yeah, seasons calling that the side of
now Class6 are like, oh no, we need to pause. We're not ready for that. Sorry about that. They're uncoordinated.
The network attack didn't work. We have to rethink our strategy. Give us a second.
Oh, whoopsie, that's my bad. His is gone.
So
his mom unplugged his internet. I don't know. That's great.
We are having just a massive amount of connection issues, it seems, stemming from perhaps a whole bunch of different reasons, but we'll be getting into the action shortly, so stick with us. And don't forget to drop those votes. Every time we have a lull, I just gotta drop the mention of putting your votes in the Twitch chat.
Yeah.
We love seeing them. And as well, social media endorsements, Twitter, Twitch, Discords. If you like it, join us as we're about to get right back into the action on the ball.
Yeah. It's like a quick bio break from Class6.
The vocabulary rotation coming in handy right now.
Oh my god. They're trolling us with the spectator chats now. Oh my god, Bermuda Academy are such trolls. They're really great to cast though. Oh.
Looks like we will be having just a moment before the game actually gets started. Might have to just lay down some ground rules. But that being said, Brooke's gonna actually be leaving the game. Not sure what happened. Hopefully, actual DC. So says the team of Brooks. We might be seeing more Herobrine. This might be Herobrine's chance to shine on something other than Dorado. This is hilarious. Players getting thrown all over the place.
Oh my god, they're all just so sad because I think Bermuda Academy are serious. Bermuda Academy doesn't play tournaments; they pause them. Oh no.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see.
Class6 again.
Hopefully, the shenanigans not going to cost the Academy of Bermuda too much in the long run, but I think we'll just have to see. Brooks gonna be looking to get in here shortly. I hope. I can't speak for the guy. That's just me optimistically thinking here, Chase.
Yeah. This is really funny. I think we might need we might need that sub in really quickly.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Herobrine, maybe coming in here for just a second. We'll see. We'll have to see. A lot of chat going on right now, just trying to keep the mood light on both of the teams. Everybody's just trying to keep it light, have a good time. It's late.
Oh my god, it's so good. It is.
We know it's late at night. The shenanigans just come out at night. It is
quite late, and a lot of these players, especially on Bermuda Academy, are kids. I think a couple of them on Class6 are pretty young too. So a lot of them have school, whether it's high school or college, and they really do want to go to bed. So we will be getting into the match shortly. It's just one of those things that.
It's just one of those things.
It's just one of those things.
Absolutely. And again, for those of you just joining us, we are going to be tuning into the Bermuda versus Class 6. Winners semifinals, I believe. And it's currently Bermuda up 2 in game. Well, I'm sorry, up 2-1 game 5 now currently on Nepal. So we do have just a little bit of time as DCs are dropping like hotcakes.
Oh my god. I need to hide the chat. I'm just crying. My face hurts too much from laughing.
Yeah, the chat is popping off. It's hilarious. And hopefully Twitch chat, gets a little bit of that energy. I'm seeing a lot of text posting in Twitch chat. I'm liking it. But make sure again, show the teams that support. And not sure quite what the time countdown is on the calls, since there was a DC by Brooks. Not even sure what the issue was, whether it was just internet issues or hardware technicalities. Either way, one thing is certain: casters are being tested here. Our voices are quickly going. At least mine is, because I have small vocal cords. But it looks like we're going to be getting a sub in. Hero Brian 2 going to be popping back in. Looks like our producer is going to allow that, since Brooks seems to be out of the fight for a while. At least until the end of Nepal, if it goes any longer than that.
Hero Brian here, punching trees since 1963. Oh my god, that's great. That'd make him 56 years old, by the way, guys.
At least if he was absorbing trees since what, infancy?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're going to go ahead and hopefully get a restart. We're going to be seeing Hero Brian back in, and hopefully this doesn't impact Bermuda Academy too much.
Brooks.
Yeah, Brooks.
It's goodbye, Juby, all over. It's goodbye, Brooks.
And we need to get one of those in memoriam for Brooks.
Yeah.
Right over the.
He's actually GG is gone. Like, actually gone. So Hero Brian going to be playing the Reaper. It will be mirror comps on both sides, playing Moira, Lucio, the Arisa, and Sigma, and the Doomfist Reaper DPS combos. Both teams really rotating around each other. But Class6 going to take the point right away. Just got to be careful not to get booped off or caught out of position here. Seasons is up way too far.
Yeah, Bermuda Academy going to be taking the wide swing, not going through the small corridor.
Oh.
That's the best option against the Doomfist. Cabimus going to be taking down Hero Brian, but Seasons dropping not the best calling card for the side of Class6. However, it looks like they'll be able to recover as the kill's starting to rotate in their favor. They are having some presence on point. Max Demencio taken down by Nos is only continuing that situation. And it's going to be Carrots trying to do a little bit of stall. Not going to work, as the point's going to flip over to Class6.
He's going to wall run around, but he's going to get caught by the rest of Class6 and take a ton of damage, be forced to stagger out. Fortunately, Lucio, probably the best hero to stagger, get back very quickly. And Bermuda Academy will try to do just that, as they encounter a lot of traffic from their spawn room already.
Yeah, Nos going to be taken out, or Nos going to be taking out Carrots very early, and with just a Coalescence and a Meteor Strike, that's an early fight win and a team kill.
That's pretty big for Class6. They didn't spend too much. However, Drake has the Coalescence for the next fight. Should be pretty good for them. Position is a bit aggressive, so they're going to move back just a little bit. Take this corner around spawn. It's not going to force Bermuda Academy to move or anything.
Yeah, we will see the Doomfist come in from behind from Nos. Not going to be finding too many kills. Hero Brian going to be taking down Seasons, and Hero Brian now putting in some work, trying to get as many kills as possible. Cabimus going to be one of the last members on point, along with their fellow support. With that, a lot of ults in the bank, and they're going to get the flip for Bermuda.
Yeah, really big plays coming in from Hero Brian there. Their substitute player on that cleanup. It's really good for them. They didn't even use that much too. Just the Coalescence is all that I was talking about. That's all they used for this single fight. So they have a lot coming into this next fight. Should be really good for Bermuda Academy coming next one.
And Hero Brian in behind the tanks, but Drake going to be taken down. Kuya bringing up that grab blocks the kills, going in favor strongly of Class6. As the healing keeps everybody topped up by Moser, going to be building up that Coalescence. with that. And although Nos falls, it's going to be the side of Class6 getting the flip at the end.
Yeah, they will be able to claim it. Unfortunately, really big, well, fortunately for Class6, really big pickoff. Nos takes down Drake really early on in the fight. That's exactly what you need to do as Doomfist.
Right.
If you kill the Moira, you win the fight for your team no matter what. Even if you die, doesn't matter. Because Moira is so much more valuable in this meta. Big ultimate from Herobrine.
Yeah, Herobrine going to be taking down Moser, who did not quite get to use that coalescence as they might have wanted. And now the kill's coming in a very quick fashion for Bermuda, who are going to take it.
Yep. Abima's going to be halted away and taken out. 91% though for Class6. They've taken a lot of percentage when you didn't even notice. And only 45% on the clock for Bermuda Academy. Herobrine here with the spawn, waiting for Moser. No, actually waiting for the for everyone to come back here. Oh, Max going down though.
They're not going to quite be it though, as Dazer does take down Max, as you mentioned. And the Bongo going to be coming down from Seasons. Nos using that Meteor Strike perhaps just to get out and recover a little bit. Taking down that Lucio with the Doomfist is so crucial. You don't have to worry about those boops as much. You can play a little bit more freely onto the point. Infernal taking down Kuya and Herobrine. Massive, and the retake from Class6. They're going to be feeling pretty good about this. It's going to be pretty much like a half fight for them if we can get somebody from
Carrots
Bermuda
has to touch. Yeah, they have to have Carrots touch, and everyone knows it. They're waiting to come in. Carrots booped around. He wasn't able to touch. It looks like the Moira did, Drake. But he goes down almost immediately. Carrots not looking too good either.
Yeah, Classics putting on a dominant display right now, and the grab coming,
goodbye,
or
Kuya.
the halt coming in. Kuya going to be halt and booped by Kabamas, and then
Goodbye,
Dembek following order. The sound barrier just to ensure the overtime ticks down. It will, and that being said, Class6 takes first point.
Ladies and gentlemen, we might be going to a map 6 because this is looking spicy. And Class6 look pretty dominant. They dominated that that point in particular. So we will be seeing more of the same, hopefully, coming through Shrine.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's, you know, at least based on what we're seeing in spawns, there's not a lot of switch-ups coming out in terms of composition. Nos, Dazer, Herobrine, Max Dementio, Reaper, Doomfist, kind of till the day we die on this map, it seems. Hoping for maybe a little bit of Pharah, but it does not seem to be the case here.
Yeah, this might be like a switch-up. It could be affecting Bermuda Academy now that one of their big players is gone, and a definite carry player. Max going down early, not so good either.
Yeah, Dazer taking down Max Dementio, the crucial damage you need to lay down as a Reaper, finding those weak targets. However, things not going perfectly their way as we do see Dazer get taken down, but they're going to pretty much push Herobrine into the wall, and with the team now killed, it's going to be Class6 taking point.
It will. Class6 looking good. They look really good coming to this fourth map here. Everyone practiced no subs. Everyone has been playing the complete series. And yeah, they look warmed up. They look ready. This just looks like a completely different team coming from Bermuda Academy, and it's just a little unfortunate that the DC came through. Herobrine's trying to do the best with what he can, though. Wraith forming out from the engagement.
The
Nice gravitic flux.
The flux going to be coming through right on the point, but both coalescences coming out. The fight is now 1-1. Make it 1-2 as Dazer takes down Dembek. Without that shielding, there is a little less security for the now attacking side of Bermuda Academy. They're going to be feeling a little bit regretful about some of these losses, but the sound barrier to come out from Kabamas to keep up 3. A lot of ults coming out now as we see the amplifier come out from Seasons. And it's looking really scrappy onto the point. It's just 4v4, it seems, for the time being. A lot of ult charge being achieved by Moser, just healing everybody. And the Flux and Death Blossom locking everybody into place while they just have to take damage from Reaper. Crucial, and it's going to make them secure the point, or it's going to allow them to secure the point. Class6.
That was toxic. I saw that teammate.
The BMs coming through, the tactical crouches at the finest.
Yeah, I mean, Class6 are mad. They're angry. They want to take the last map here. O'Brien has the Death Blossom. They're just gonna try and crowd the point with the supercharger here.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh.
Season's gonna drop just a second before Moser drops that Coalescence. A crucial loss you hate to see, but Nos gonna be equalizing things with that Meteor Strike. The fight still brawling out onto point, but it seems to be going in favor of Bermuda Academy.
Oh.
They're gonna get some flip. They're gonna get the flip and some percentage moving forward as the supports are the last one standing.
Really nice from them. They're finally able to pick things up, and they actually have a bit of an ultimate. So, not looking too shabby. The only thing that they need to keep an eye out for is that if Class6 are stockpiling ults, that's all they really need to do to win this map. They don't need to win this fight. They don't need to win the next one. They might not even need to win the next one either. All they need to do is get 6 ults. They might just be able to win this. So Herobrine going down early is really bad.
Yeah, Nos popping off definitely not gonna hurt Class6's chances of, getting this point. We're gonna be seeing Moser pop that Coalescence as soon as it comes online, as we've been seeing with these Moiras. Trying to focus down their opposing Moira and Drake, and it's going to be succeeding. The point's going to be flipping. Class6 looking to take this to a map 6, and it's not quite able to get the stall in from Herobrine, who does have that Death Blossom.
And we will be going to a map 6, not a map 5, because the first map was actually draw. And we really are going all the way here.
Yeah,
Days are on the Reaper with the play of the game. Wraith forming in, Gravitic Flux, and the Death Blossom coming through. Nobody gonna be able to do anything about that. And then he cleans up the last kill with a headshot onto Dembeck. Really solid plays coming from him.
Yeah, I think that no matter who you are, whichever team you are, you gotta be feeling just so on edge if you're high strung about winning this. If this is what you're going for, you know that this next map might very well be it, because it is now 2-2, and there's no getting away with losing in either of these situations.
No way. He's back. Sir Waltham.
Yes.
He's back.
It looks like, hopefully, Brooks might be coming back, hanging out in the game. Herobrine might be taking a quick knee. If we can get them in here on time, it looks like Ilios going to be our last map to decide it. If map choice is still going to be, or if map choice is no longer a factor.
Does this just go back to one round of Ilios or something? The tiebreaker?
It looks like that might be the case here.
Like 1 point of Ilios. Like
Yes.
just to end things. I think it might go down to it.
I think
I'm not sure the complete rules. I want to double check with production. Tiebreaker
Yes.
is 1 round of Ilios, so 1 point. 1 point, right?
Yes. We are going to be seeing.
Oh. So this will end here now, just on 1 point, and I'm hoping Ilios will.
You're hoping Ilios, which one?
Well.
Yeah. I mean, either way, I don't think we're going to be seeing too much difference in composition. But
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen a one-round tiebreaker in a long time since, I think, last tournament, the finals
Yeah.
of the last tournament, actually.
The finals, that was because it went to map 7. Like, at that point, the games just want to end.
Right.
So, going to be going down to 1 round of Ilios. We'll be starting when both teams are ready. I think the series is intense, and it's been amazing to watch. But it's also one of those that, like, we know that both teams want to end it. Where it is 12:23 in Eastern, which is like 9:30 in Pacific. A lot of these people on the East Coast, so bit of a challenge for some of these kids and adults to get into everything. They a lot of them probably want to get ready for school and work the next day. So we'll be on Ruins. Ruins will be the tiebreaker map. Just this will be 1 single point here.
Yeah, for all the chips, we are going on to Ruins.
I wouldn't say that.
Well,
For at least top 2.
yes. Well, for all the chips of this match, for all of this match's chips, for all the.
I'm okay with that, to be honest.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
a lot of people would be like, "Wow, just 1 round. Why not the whole map?" Well, we have been playing for more than 2 hours already, So
Yeah.
got to figure out a way to end it quick, which is a good round of control is a good way to end it. You know, everyone likes control. It's a highly popular map type, so I'm totally all right with it. We're starting out. Looks like similar picks, no change ups. Mirror matchup on both sides as usual. Reaper Doomfist coming out.
The objective.
Will be the tiebreaker map. Get hyped, guys, for the tiebreaker round. Here we go.
We are not going to be seeing any Widow here. Not too much of a surprise, given how things have been shaking around in Overwatch lately. But the teams are going to be going head-to-head on this right side. Brooks trying to get the high teleport, but Cabimas going to be spotting them out almost immediately, getting the boop off the pillar. And right now, it is just such a brawly fight. But Brooks taking first blood onto Dazer. The Reaper versus Reaper battle turns in favor of the side of Bermuda Academy. And Bermuda Academy
Just going to back off a bit and cap. They're not even going to try and fight too much. Now they're going to go for the halts. Now they're going to go for these engagements, and it is a 6v5. So Bermuda Academy going to clean up.
Well, Bermuda Academy probably felt secure enough that they could win the point and then come back and still win the fight without having to worry too much about regroups or anything like that. So, you know, not necessarily the worst call. I mean, obviously they got the point. They won the fight. They're still in a pretty good spot.
There is a huge disparity in damage between the Arisas. Dembek is already up to almost 80% on the Supercharger, and Seasons is only at 40%. So pretty big disparity there. Coalescence, both sides coming through. Here we go.
Yeah, the Death Blossom almost up for Brooks. Bakuya going to be cleaning up with the double kill onto Nos and Seasons. The kills coming in, but they only seem to be favoring the side of Bermuda Academy. And Class6 kind of scratching their heads right now. They need to make something happen. This is for everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's for seeding into the grand finals at least. Winner of this takes a spot in the grand finals at 2 position. Loser of this will go to the losers finals and will face Class 6. So gonna need to watch out. Big halts coming through. Punch doesn't get much though.
The amplification boggle coming out. Brooks dropping the Death Blossom. Both Reapers getting a kill, however, Kuya. Oh, and then the response Death Blossom from Dazer, not finding anything. Kills looking a little bit more even than they might have otherwise. And right now, ooh, a big punch from Nos onto Brooks. It's finally looking like Classic's going to be able to get some points presence.
Carrots is trying to get out of there, but Nos is just saying, nope, you're not getting away from me now. 10% on Class 6's percentage side. They still have a chance of winning this. It is very close, and Bermuda Academy definitely have the edge. But this is still possible. This is still very possible for Class 6 to take this. They have the Supercharger. They can initiate.
They are going to be using the Supercharger.
Oh, wow.
And Max Demencio getting taken out immediately, going for that Supercharger. It was a bait, if anything, at all. The big right clicks onto Kuya as well. It does not seem to be going perfectly for Bermuda Academy quite yet. They will have a few ultimates, but this does not seem to be the push for them.
Yeah. Looks like they used the Coalescence, but not too much else. Seasons, on the other hand, using the Supercharger. That was all that was used. Dazer's Death Blossom could be huge on this defense, and Brooks is kind of close to the Death Blossom to respond, but not as close as Dazer is. 60% on the side of Class 6.
You are right. The Grab Flux coming out, not going to be netting too much damage. Nos taking down Dembek's amplification immediately. In fact, Cabamas dropping that sound barrier to help secure the fight. Sound barrier not going to be there for the side of Bermuda Academy, meaning that they will take a lot of damage from that Grab Flux. However, nobody quite gets followed up on Dembek, dangerously low for a long time. And because of that, Bermuda Academy able to claim some kills back. Looks like they might even be turning things around. Brooks getting dangerously cheesy on this Reaper, taking down member after member. And right now, it's a little bit of a hot seat for Class 6.
Yeah, 85%. Both sides could be anyone's game here, but Bermuda Academy have the advantage coming to this fight. Max Demencio has the Meteor Strike for a halt combo, potentially. Carrots almost gets hit by that rock there. Kuya's going to try and stop them with this Wrecking Ball. Doesn't do too much damage. Brooks gets taken down.
And the Coalescence coming out from the side of Moser. The Death Blossom from Dazer are not going to find too much, but it looks like the kills come in very rapidly from Bermuda Academy. It's going to be all 6 members on point to reflip while they get the progress ticking back up in their favor.
Yeah, 90% Kuya swapping to the Sigma. They have some time to get onto the point. Actually, Kuya's going to be swapping back to the Wrecking Ball. They need to actually touch. They might be able to touch with the ball. It looks like they will at 98%. Going to drop back in. Being taken down so low, gets bursted down.
Yeah, Kuya getting dropped, and Brooks getting brought dangerously low by a right click. Dazer doing some cleanup, getting the 3.
Oh.
And right now it is just not it. Going to be Class6 taking it in round 6
Wow.
on Ilios.
Good games all around. Everybody super sportsman-like here. That was an amazing series.
Absolutely.
Dazer with the play of the game there on the Reaper. This will go to Class6 with the upset win at the tiebreaker map over Bermuda Academy. Bermuda Academy still going to be able to get a second chance in the grand finals. They just need to beat Dismissed next week.
Yeah, it's I don't think I could have asked for a better game to cast. I am exhausted. I am tired. All my energy has been drained and put into this game. But man, it was worth it. That was some massive gameplay. I didn't know who to root for 90% of the game. End of the day, Class6 walking away with it with the one map victory, or the one round victory on Ilios. Going to be taking this match. And man, they got to be feeling on top of the world right now, Sai.
I'm speechless. It's one of those things, and Bermuda Academy have to feel down, but they're not out. They're not out of this tournament at all. They have a chance. Dismiss looks strong. They look very strong coming into the next match. And it's going to be a big slog. But it's going to be another game for Bermuda Academy to try and practice off. Looks like we will be getting Moser from Class6 on an interview real quickly before we end the series. Gonna be trying to end this fairly quickly and tallying out the votes because it is getting fairly late for this is to be honest, I think this is the longest cast we've had. 2.5 hours long.
Yes.
That's not right. I don't think our finals have gone that far. This has been a crazy day of casting, and I'm really glad that I could cast it with you, Sir Waltham. But
yeah, it's been a great time.
Let's get some sleep after this.
And while we do wait on Moser to join the group, we will be reminding you folks at home, get those last few votes in for MVP if you want to have your vote counted. It's all going to come down to this. Let the teams know who you think was popping off. But we're going to have a special guest popping into the casting booth with us. How you doing, my friend?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you, Moser. Congratulations on the win. It was probably the closest that it could ever be. 99-99 at the very tiebreaker map. Draw the first round on Anubis. Let's take it from map 1, okay? Dembeck picking Reinhardt. Your opinion?
We expected it.
You've seen it happen before?
Yeah, he usually just plays like a very int style on Reinhardt because most teams would want to just like hold the choke very close, and where like that type of style will get a lot of value. But if we force him to pin such far distance, we're able to just punish him. And you saw how they made the adaptation to go back to Ursa when they saw it wasn't working out.
Yeah, it worked actually. It worked really well for them on that second, on that last attempt when they had gotten Orisa. Then they actually ended up snowballing.
We lost that fight because I spiked during this entire series, the 300 ping. And I messed up my fade movement, so my team had to drop platform. So that's why we lost that fight. I don't think they did anything special in that fight. I think it's just us losing it instead of them winning it.
Yeah, I think a couple of the maps were unfortunate throws and just misplays. It happens. It's not one of those crazy end-all plays. This isn't going to end your career or anything. This is a double elimination tournament. You guys are in the winner's bracket. So how does it feel getting up to the grand finals?
It's a good feeling. I think we kind of expected to be in the grand finals though from winner's side when the teams were announced.
Really? You expected to beat Bermuda Academy here?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think we're too worried about them. I think the only thing that we really need to focus on with them is that they play different comps than just normal meta all the time. So it's something that we just need to adapt to. But I have faith in our shot callers to call what to do and make sure we're playing the right style and right comps that we need to counter.
You guys were definitely playing standard I felt like Bermuda Academy, from all that I've watched of them, from these matches and the matches earlier, we've been seeing a lot of. They like to play what they like and what they deem as fun, which is awesome. You know, Devek plays Ryan and it throws people off. It actually gets some value because people don't expect it. And you guys play very standard. Do you guys practice any off-meta comps in practice, or are you guys just playing purely standard?
Yeah, every now and then we play Zen Lucio a little bit to mix results, but for the most part it's pretty much standard comps. Every now and then we'll do something weird, but I'd say at least 90% of our scrim time is standard.
Nice. And who are you thinking of facing up against in the grand finals? Dismissed or Bermuda Academy?
Oh, I actually have no idea between those two teams. I think Dismiss is a team that a lot of people are sleeping on right now. In a recent tournament that was being played, they played really well and surprised some people. And I think they're kind of slept on because they play in a style that I don't think many teams know how to adapt to right now. And I'd be looking forward to playing either one of them, to either get a rematch against Dismissed or, another rematch against Bermuda Academy as well.
Yeah, it's just going to be rematches down the board. Well, congratulations. I just have one last question, and that is, what is the origin of your name?
Oh, it's just my last name.
All right. Easy clap. All right. Well, thank you so much for having us. Good luck in the finals. And maybe we'll talk to you again at when you guys have collected all of the winnings, the $400. Good luck, guys. We'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks for having me.
No problem. About to end it here. Just waiting for the tally vote to come through.
Yeah, we are just waiting for those votes to be popping into the chat, giving us the envelope so we can open it up, read it to you lovely folks, whoever is going to be winning this round of the MVP vote from Twitch chat. We appreciate it. And while we have a minute, while we're waiting here, I'll go ahead and say, don't forget, give us a follow, give us a like, a retweet, a bell icon, whatever your preferred social media endorsement is, whether that's catching us here on Twitch or, watching, checking us out on Twitter. We love seeing you guys. We love interacting with you. I know I do anyway. I'm going to go ahead and speak for everybody because I'm egocentric like that. But I think we do now have the vote in for MVP for Twitch. Are you ready, Chase?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So I just got word that the viewers MVP is going to be Dembek. So congratulations, Dembek from Bermuda Academy on grabbing that MVP slot as well. Congratulations, Class 6, to one of the hardest fought victories I've ever seen, I think, here at the All-Stars Brawl. And I think that's about to be it for us. For your casting entertainment, I have been Sir Waltham. You can catch me on Twitch or Twitter at Sir Waltham. That's WALTHAM. And check out some fun streams.
I'm Sci-Fi. I'm in the chat. Hello. Follow me wherever. I don't mind.
Smile.
Let's get out of here. Take us out, Sir Waltham.
And with that being said, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We hope to catch you next time. I believe we have our losers finals coming up on Friday, if memory serves. And we hope to see you guys there. But for now, for tonight, we hope you guys take care and have a safe night, everybody.
Good night.